Remember when Martin was doing the whole weight loss thing, and JVJ, you coming right after this, or Marcus or whoever. Remember Martin was doing the whole weight loss challenge thing, right? And him and Gina was doing a competition, and he was getting fit, right? And then boom, she cooked that dinner, right? With the steak and the gravy and the mashed potatoes and all that. He trying to eat his healthy stuff, right? He trying to stay disciplined, but she throwing the temptation at him, right? People are but so strong. Yes, people need to be strong, and this is for men and women both, right? We need to be strong, and we need to, fight through temptation and things of that nature. But everybody has a breaking
You ain't
point.
said nothing about that, bro.
Listen.
Now
Listen,
you
bro,
saying that.
you gotta let me talk. You gotta let me talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Everybody has a breaking point. You know what I mean? So we understand this, and we understand if you are doing something to make somebody struggle, right? I'm not trying to get spiritual or biblical, but you're doing something to make somebody struggle.
Why is your breaking point so easy?
You are hold on. You were just as wrong as the person who's doing the action. I'm landing right there. What up, Miss Polly? All right.
I feel teardrops for the man who just sees somebody and his pants drop and his phone number falls out his phone. And praise him, God. God, give them strength, Lord. Give my man strength when he goes outside, not to give out his phone number to the next pretty bitch he sees.
Even though I'm trying to eat healthy, I'm shipping.
Praise him. Yes, syndicate. Come on, bring it.
The problem ain't gonna be where the discipline got to be on the man.
What up, Yellow? What up, Yellow?
Discipline. What's good, yo? The man can be disciplined all he want to, but y'all missing the point while y'all trying to keep steering it back to the men. That man can be disciplined all he want to and go home. The problem is that these chicks are still open their legs to the undisciplined nigga. So what you doing, smashing the undisciplined nigga? They're showing how undisciplined your ass is.
I think that changed the whole topic because we're talking about the man.
No, y'all changed the topic because that's where we was at.
It is because he gave a description. He did, Yellow. He gave a description of a particular person. So you can't change it to a person who's not with somebody.
Well, hold on, Miss Polly. Let me ask you this, though. What did you really hear from what Yellow said? Can you repeat that?
What?
What did you hear from what Yellow just said?
What I heard or interpreted.
What did you hear Yellow said?
Yes. What he just said was, he was basically just saying that, I'm not going to say word for word, but basically saying, what about the men who are garbage? Like, you guys open your legs.
No.
So how do you get to do that to me, but you get to talk for 3 freaking minutes?
You can't do that.
That's what I want to know.
Because they've been cutting him off. They've been cutting him off.
That's what I want to know. Marcus don't even count right now as a person.
I love you, Miss Polly.
Oh, you see that? That's more toxic, Miss Andrew. That's toxic, Miss Andrew. Miss Andrew again.
Stay on topic. You said a woman went up to a gym. First off, you changed my scenario, which was not that she knew. Okay, but we're gonna let that slide. It was not that she knew. You said, if I see a man out there and he has a particular car, I said, I even said a van. I put it out there, man. And he's there, and I walk by.
Trying to figure out, no.
And I think he's attractive. Should I not at all, if I'm interested, say something? Or I don't have to say anything.
Man, take notes. Take notes, man, of the bullshit. Just take
notes.
What
should you do? I
said,
if I don't know that man is taking 100%. That's what I said. He said something else.
Okay, so now you're using womanese.
No, I didn't. That's what I originally said before y'all came in the room.
Shit, M3.
That's what I said before he came in the room.
M3. Why you trying to manipulate this?
I got proof. He said that.
I don't want to.
Don't scratch your neck now, nigga. No, don't do that.
JVJ has a question. Park, everybody, park.
Quick question.
Okay, I'm a wait.
What are we doing, man?
What is the point of contention? Can one person just please explain it real quick? Like, because I think I got the idea of what's going on right now, but what is the point of contention?
M3 cook, bro.
What? No. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you guys answer JVJ's question.
No, he needs to repeat the question. Stop trying to make everybody else do it. You do it. You tell them the question, the scenario that you changed.
Miss Polly, let him ask. Let him
ask. Look.
No, I wasn't talking about M3. I'm talking about Mr. Best.
Yeah, no. Let JVJ repeat the question. Go ahead.
He didn't have a question.
Yes,
Can you give him a synopsis of what I'm saying?
You see how when women don't listen to understand, they listen to respond. They listen to respond.
We're gonna stop saying women my ass. What I said was he asked a question, and I said, Mr. Best, answer it. Thank you.
Can somebody
get yourself together?
Let JVJ ask the question.
He asked the question already. He trying to figure out where we starting.
No. She said he didn't ask. No.
He did ask the question.
Okay, so you asked him to ask it again.
No, not him. I said, Mr. Best, tell him the question. See, y'all wasn't listening.
Can you tell him what I'm talking about? I'm multitasking.
Yeah. My bad.
This is toxic femininity. Toxic femininity is fine.
Everybody, y'all trying to throw me off, but it's all right though. It ain't working though. So look, if y'all stop interrupting, but
I'm dying over here.
So the question when I came up to the panel, right? The question was, okay, basically, why would a single woman, right, will go up there and try to sabotage the relationship of two married people? Basically, you know that your fellow woman, right, who's married, has a good man going around or whatever that you want to call it, but you want to go up there and you want to highlight that married man, knowing that that man belongs to someone else. So what are you even doing in the first place, putting yourself in that atmosphere? And all I just responded was that, hey, that particular woman is pure evil because you're doing that with malicious intentions. That's all.
Evil's a heavy word, but go ahead, M3. Go ahead.
But it's the truth, though.
Wait. Can I help with the scenario again? That was not the scenario originally. I understand M3 didn't come in right away, so I can go back to the original.
Hey, you should have said something in the first place, Ms.
I thought you knew it. I didn't want to talk because I'm making faces. Let me be great. God dang. Okay.
Hey, be great.
You don't even want to talk. You want to make faces. There
you go. Here. This is the scenario. The scenario was okay. We all started talking about women who should have like when we go outside. Let's say I'm open to dating somebody. I'm going outside, and I see a gentleman that I'm interested in physically, and he got an Ultima. Let's say he got an Ultima. I'm not sure. Maybe that's maybe
What year?
2008. 2008. I'm not sure. 2008.
We gotta go at least 10 and up. Okay.
10. Okay, 10. 2010. Go ahead. I go up to him and I get myself ready. Just look nice. Do a little hair toss. Say, hey, how you doing today? And I walk by. Now I see that possibly he could have a woman. Possibly, I'm not sure. But when I come back out, I say, hey, how you doing? Okay. I try to maybe make some kind of opening. Okay. That's what originally was said. But if you want to go a little further, there's a car seat in the back. Should I stop talking to him if he starts continuing a conversation with me? And I said, no, you shouldn't. Why not? He's talking to you. He hasn't said he got a girlfriend. He just have a conversation with you. Why not? That's what it was.
All right, so pretty much, because I get when y'all were talking about should men have restraint. It comes down to that woman having restraint. If she sees any indicators that that guy is with somebody else, should she stop? Is that the basis?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Holly, right? Who disagrees that she shouldn't have restraint?
Miss Polly.
You the only one?
Clearly, it's in the name.
Marcus, I need you to. We're not Miss Polly today. We're Miss Monogamous today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Miss Great. Yeah. Miss Great. Let's go, Miss Great.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So, are you the only one that said it, or at least made an argument that she shouldn't have restraint?
No, 3 other women agreed.
Okay, so 3 other women agreed. And I'm guessing that the men retorted with, well, y'all don't give the men that same grace, right?
More like we shouldn't, like we're evil and we're us, we're competing against the marriage or whatever relationship they have. And we should go ahead.
Well, I'll just say this, men and women are completely fucking different. We're not graded on the same scale. Y'all get attention just walking out the house. Y'all get attention just walking out of the house.
That part.
Men don't get attention like that. So when you tempt something, like if I dangle the carrot and you're a rabbit in front of your face, it's completely different of me being a dog and dangling the carrot.
That's so mad to say. So it's like raw because you're not used to being dangled fruit in front of you. You can't handle to not pick it.
Well, when you're constantly dangled things in front of you and you're only graded on what you pick, but not by what's presented to you, there's going to be levels. There's going to be different levels to it.
I mean, right. Well, if you're committed to somebody, then surely you should be picking no fruit at no other point. That's all I know.
Okay, we got a UK chick. That's what's up. When it really comes down to it,
I mean, you do whatever don't make a difference. I'm a human being. Isn't it?
No. I just like your accent. I actually like the accent.
Thank you.
Outside of that, men and women are not the same, and you can't grade us on the same scale. Just like if a woman can't pay her bills, you're not going to come down on her head about it. You're going to talk about all the things that prevented her from paying it. But if a man can't pay his bills, you're going to call him a bum. But when it comes to the sexual market, and we talk about, okay, well, this man couldn't resist a woman that threw herself at him, you're going to say, oh, he just can't control himself. But a woman that can't control herself, well, men are coming at her all the time. It's not the same level. You can't look at a man and a woman the exact same way. And you would think a person that has more people coming at them and they're in that position more to be able to handle it more than a person that never gets it. It's like somebody told you right now, you've been broke your whole life and they offer you $100,000 to do something weird or do something criminal or strange or whatever. You're probably gonna jump on it. The average human being is probably gonna jump on that. But go and ask a millionaire who has money, who constantly has money coming to him.
You should already have the winning lottery ticket at home.
Say that again.
If you're in a dedicated relationship, you should already have the winning lottery ticket at home. So there's no reason for you putting your money anywhere else.
Well, if it's just about a relationship and somebody being faithful, the possibility of cheating is more on your side than on the men's side. If you really look at the data,
the one that's cheating, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying women cheat more than men. So I don't understand the dynamic that you're getting at.
Like, I'm not saying no one cheats more than the other. I'm just saying
I am.
Hey, JVJ, have you ever in real life, just a question, have you ever in real life like been sitting down talking with your homies, right? And like when it comes to that, y'all like be like, what the data is this, or do we not? Like as like men, like I'm talking about just like when we just sitting around just like talking. It's just a question, and I'm only saying this because I'm not taking away from what you're saying. I just want us to all stay grounded on what is actually in real life.
Yeah,
we don't ever sit around no campfire with the beers and shit around the pit fire and everything. You know what I'm saying? And we be talking about no data. You know what we do? We just talk about our actual stories. That's it. You see, so my point is, my point is that, to land it, I think we need to stay more grounded on what really does take place more so than numbers that we all know can be skewed, can be, mishandled the whole nine.
If we want to stay real, we want to stay in reality. What man is going to come up and tell his homeboys that his girl cheated on him? What's the odds of that?
It happens all the time, bro. Do you know?
No, I'm saying, is it more likely or is it?
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
Yeah, is it more likely or not?
Bruh, do you not know how, bruh?
I'm just asking, on the scale of 1 to 10, do you think it's going to be closer to 10 or is it going to be closer to 1?
I feel like that depends. It's the homeboy that's coming to tell you the one.
I'm talking. This is actually. I'm sorry, Miss UK. This is just a question for the men. This is just a question that the men need to answer.
Melissa.
Okay, Melissa. I'm sorry, Miss Melissa. I'm sorry, I got you confused. But for the men, 10 being yes, he will go and tell his homeboys his girl cheated on him, or 1.
We do it all the time.
Well, it's got to be 0. No, the exceptions don't make the rule. That's why I want to see what y'all think. I just want to. I just want to make sure I get the question out clear. So
exceptions then set a metric.
I want to get the question out so people understand exactly what I'm asking, so all the men understand. Scale of 1 to 10, how often do you think, or how which one more likely do you think a man will tell his homeboys that his girl cheated on him? 10 being yes, he would tell his homeboys, or 0 that he wouldn't. Which one do y'all think?
Do you see the 8? Bro, that probably is the lowest number. Bruh,
I'm saying more likely you can go between 0 and 10.
We do it all the time. Our homies are the first one we want to call to talk about what happened. What are you talking about?
That's why I want to know what the rest of it. So you obviously say 10. No, do you say 10? I want to get the rest of the men.
I'll say a 9.5.
9.5. Okay, 9.5. M3. 9. All right. Mr. Best, Marcus, and whoever else is gentleman in here.
9, bro. 9. I'm here. 9. Yeah.
You gonna take? Okay. Who else?
Yeah, I'll say about a 9. That's more.
What was the question again? What's the question?
A 9 is that if your girl cheated on you, how likely are you from scale to 1 to 10 to tell your girl? 10 being the you will tell your homeboys that your girl cheated on you, or a 0 that you won't tell them anything.
Right, we're gonna be realistic.
Probably like a 5. Probably like a 5.
So Mark is in the middle.
Tell him everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell him everything.
Well, here you go. I guess me and Marcus would have more of a dynamic close to each other. I'm not telling nobody that somebody just fucking cheated on me. I'm not telling my girl. I'm not finna take that ill, and I'm not finna put that out into the public. But that's just me. Now, other men can do whatever they want to do. Like if they confide in their homeboys and they have that space where they feel comfortable with telling that. Most men that I know down here in the South, if they girl do them dirty, they not telling nobody about it. They just be like, I don't fuck with that bitch no more. That's what they say.
Speak about that.
They're not saying that she sucked somebody dick at the movies, or I found her up in Ray house. They're not saying none of that.
You literally just asked everybody, and the only person that disagreed with you was a 5. Like, so literally, everyone proved like what you're saying wrong, and you don't really know if you didn't do a quota around where you live. That you don't even know if that's the real scenario, man, because people ain't gonna tell you what.
No.
Well, we live in different areas.
JVJ,
I ain't gonna do it with human beings, man. Shit.
I want to say something that's really much more important. And honestly,
can I interrupt this interruption real quick? To be honest, I would honestly just tell my father.
Mark,
if anybody would say it was my father, my uncle, or maybe someone like that, that's who I'll tell.
You're not gonna tell him why you with him, and I think that's why I might be made the perfect comment. Like, if you gonna stay with the bitch, you ain't finna tell nobody.
JVJ.
Yeah.
I want us to recognize something, right? While we all like trying to overtalk this on some real shit. Now, I'm gonna say something real, what I've seen, and I'm gonna shut up. Everything you just said, as far as like not telling nobody the whole 9. You know, one thing I try to gear my channel around is like honestly men's health. Now, I'm not gonna be long-winded. We try not to be. When you say like not telling nobody, I made the full description of like we go out there and we talk to our homies about stuff. Everybody up here agreed, like, we talk to our homies. So now when I notice and I look at in these spaces, it's a whole lot of very, very angry dudes that come up here from so-called married to single, and they just be bitching and barking. You want to know what I noticed? That's a whole bunch of backed up feelings. That's a whole bunch of you don't have nowhere to express yourself. And we ain't gonna act like men don't have somewhere that we can normally just go ahead and just get our issue off. We all know that normally it's just a dynamic where you're just supposed to suck it up, you know, you're supposed to deal with it. You know, you're not supposed to really express yourself. Don't you ever let nobody know you really feel some kind of way. We all know that shit, dog. You see? But like, nah. it's not exactly the dynamic in which we be trying to make it out to be, bro.
Well, I think we veered off, Smitty. This is just a non-factor when it comes to the conversation because it branched off of.
No, it's not. It's very much.
No, it is.
No, it's not. Everything you just said is directed to everything I just said, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying, but it was a non-factor. It's not to the main point that we were trying to talk about.
No. Wait. You don't think it's a direct connection to the men who come up to this?
No, the main point that we were talking about. I asked the question, who cheated more? And that's how we branched off into this. But that was not the point. That was just a question in the grand scheme of the conversation.
Right. You not even getting it. We just went off and you talked about that. You said, okay, cool beans. I'm telling you directly, bro. Listen.
If you disagree, you disagree.
No, it's not about that. I don't disagree, bro. I'm actually adding on to something you saying.
Yeah, you saying men need safe spaces.
Exactly. Why?
That's fine. That's fine. Look, if you need a safe space, go find one. That's not an issue.
So why are you not allowing me to complete a thought, bro? See, that's what I'm saying. We got veered off because along the way, you keep doing that. It's simple. Everything is connected. The men who are angry, the men who come up in these spaces, the men who have issues are the men who don't have a reason to go ahead and express themselves. That's just the main point. Now, cheating, bruh, if it is something with cheating, you need to recognize that we don't have no type of dynamic where we can go ahead and have verbal communication. Nobody communicates the way we used to. There is none. That's lost. No communication is had at this point. So now we have a whole bunch of dynamics that's lost in the sauce. A whole bunch of people be up here talking a whole bunch of feelings. See, you thinking I'm saying something that's disconnected, but it's really not.
Nah, I don't really care about that nonsense. Like, that's not the point that I was trying to make. So I'm like, I think you veered it off a little bit. Like, the point that y'all were making that y'all were disagreeing about in the very beginning.
What is that?
Should a woman have restraint? And I said that you can't grade a man on the same level of restraint that a woman should have to what the restraint that a man should have. So if a woman's in a situation where she has guys coming up to her, I can't put her in the same situation that I can't grade her on the same level as if a guy had a bunch of women coming up to him. Because normally we know that men don't have women coming up to him nonstop. Women, they say the way they tell us, and I'm just going to go off of women's words. Men are hollering at them every time they walk down the street. They just walk out the door and men are just coming at them. I would think that a woman that's used to dealing with that on a day-to-day basis, once she matures and becomes a woman, should be able to handle that better than a guy that never gets that.
We do have the same opportunities. You know, the thing is this, Jay. Nowadays, women say that there aren't too many good men. So we have to recognize as men. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you on that point. We just simply gave up our power and we just kind of fumbled that on some real talk. Like, it's not a deficit. It's not that they have more options. They don't. They really don't. Because if you really was to go around and ask women for real who really want what it is that they're looking for, most of them will tell you, I can't find what I'm looking for. Heck, most women, even with a man, can't even find a good orgasm. Like, look, we're not even going to go into the details of the games of how deep these things can go, right?
That's not what I said.
Bro, all right, go ahead, bro.
I'm saying that's not what I said.
Oh, wait, guys, I'm sorry. Wait, can we let one of the ladies want to join in and make a comment?
Can I just reiterate this real quick, like, and I'll shut up. What I said was that women should be more equipped. Women should be more equipped of being standoffish when it comes to people approaching them or situations coming to them when it comes to the opposite sex compared to men, because men don't usually get those advances. Women constantly get advances on the regular, so they're used to pushing those off. But a person that never experiences stuff or experiences them at a smaller level is probably more likely to jump into that than the opposite. That's all.
Nigga, you done smoothly moved that shit, bro.
That was my point from the very beginning.
Bro, no, it wasn't, bro. Stop.
I don't have rates.
Bro, stop it, bro. We done moved this shit like 3 different times, bro. We're not gonna act like that shit ain't happened. Yeah, that's right, bro. Now stop that shit, bro. Like it's been 3 different discussions, and you keep trying to make it seem like every time I actually respond to what you're saying, that no, what I was saying originally, no, it wasn't. You switched it 3 times. And we need to cut this out, man.
Yeah, I'm streaming on my channel, Smitty. Don't get clipped.
Okay, wait. Can we just please let some of the ladies who want? They've been waiting patiently. I know you guys want to debate. I appreciate the energy. Yes, go. But I know you had something to say. Is it just her?
It was Grace and then Just Star. Grace, go ahead, and then Just Star.
Okay,
Go ahead. Salute to
sorry,
Alexis from
Gracie.
Good to see you.
I already said what I had to say on this particular thing, that men and women are wired differently, therefore they have to move accordingly. But you're just as guilty. You're an accessory. If you know the person is in a relationship or married, fall back. They should be
and then
all,
one more question, Miss Grace. What if you didn't know? Like I just gave that scenario. Remember, like I said, you're not 100% sure. Like that could be his mama's car. That could be a cousin's car. He could be helping somebody move. Then what? We wouldn't know.
Well, I mean, as you get to know each other and you ask the right questions and you
So we can stay open then. So that first initial, we open.
But we were talking about if you already know that person is in a relationship.
No, he's saying the ultimate is the no. And that's not necessarily true.
Well, I was talking about people that knowingly and intentionally go after people that they know are married or in a relationship and don't respect the institution of marriage. That's where I was coming with that.
Yeah, but what if they're not? I want you to answer that part. What if they're not?
But remember, I say you can Google them. You can find out anything about anybody nowadays. So when you start kicking it in the 2-3 days, you can. If something don't feel right, Google them.
Right. So fair game though. We fair game to do the zip. We fair game to do the zip. We fair game to do the zip. Okay, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know is that the zip is valid. Okay, go ahead. The zip is valid.
Wow.
Overall, to make it simple, right? If you did not know, then of course.
Wait, just started and go in 3-way. Let it. She's been waiting a real long time.
No, it's all carry on, man. I'm listening. I'm down with it, man. I'll go carry on.
No, go ahead. Just start. If you was next, I didn't know. My bad.
No, it's all good, brother. Because like let it flow in it, and I'll jump in when necessary. Go on.
Yeah, and Miss Pie, zip up your shirt, please. Right? You know.
Why don't you zip it up? Y'all getting confused online too? Oh, let me help y'all.
All right,
there we go. Let me help everybody out. Let me help you refrain from losing your stuff and getting the bottle of lotion. Let me help you not get that bottle of lotion tonight.
Yeah, Miss Pie, I appreciate that, right? I just
let me help y'all. I'm sorry.
Mr. Best, Mr. Best, you know how when you don't. That, sir, was quite an entrance.
Go ahead, Marcus.
You see what happens when you kind of forget about the policy, standards, and regulations? Tell them, like, put a coat on real quick.
I don't got
no accountability. Mr. Best, you hear this? You hear this?
Where is the discussion going, bro?
All right, let me.
I thought we was actually on track of talking about an actual discussion.
No, I know, Smitty. For once as well, I was actually agreeing with you. And me, you normally like bump heads, and I was agreeing with you. Like, but
I don't even know who you are talking, and you talking about we normally bump heads. Nothing personal. I don't. No. I'm not trying to be.
Can you let her talk?
Who said that? Who said that?
The woman down below.
Okay. Where?
Just Star said it.
Okay, my bad.
You know me.
Okay.
Now you know, remember?
My bad.
All right.
Go ahead, just start.
Okay.
I forgot what I was going to say now. No, just because some of the comments and things that people are saying, it's kind of just crazy to me how like you're still blaming it on women. It takes two to tango. And at the end of the day, like, you know, it's like the whole thing about you know, as women, like we've been taught how to like walk safely down the street because, you know, if you walk down the alley or, you know, what was you wearing? And like see in the like stuff like that is just ridiculous, naive and ignorance, and it's not helpful to the world that we're moving in because it's like that's blaming women for being attractive, blaming a woman for looking good. Like Ratted, what? So I can't go out looking good. It's gonna be my fault for a man coming up and trying it on with me. And if you've got a ring on your finger, then you've got a ring on your finger. That ain't my problem. And like, yo, I'm never trying to step on a man that's married. But at the same time, if you're married, then you know that. Don't talk to me then, innit?
Yeah, well, let me just say this part, and Miss Polly, you go ahead, get back to directing. That whole chat stuff. Yeah, when you do this long enough, like, yeah, that's nothing. Even down to the people sometimes on
stay
the
off
panel,
the chat. Just
like you just gotta focus on what it is your parameter is, what it is you come up here to speak about. It don't matter who say what about what you got anything to say about. All right, speak your mind and say what you gotta. Speak your mind. Say what you gotta say and stick to your guns. That's all I gotta say. I digress. My mic is muted. Go ahead, Miss Polly.
Oh, let me say this. Let me say this though. Let me say this too. Right.
Yeah.
In the chat, y'all already know I don't play. I don't care if you're on the channel or the panel. If you disrespectful, I'm booting you. Straight up.
Who are you doing our podcast stuff?
No. I'm not saying anybody is. Let me just speak, Polly. I'm not saying nobody is.
I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. I'm gonna cry.
I'm saying. Aww. What's going on, Big Rick Slaps? Good to see you, bro. What's going on? No, but listen, let's just be respectful. Let's have the conversation. Let's have fun, y'all. All right? We having fun. Let's have fun. We having a great time.
Yeah,
all right?
The original reason why we came here today. I'm sorry, M3. What was that?
No, I was saying like, hey, whenever you need to cry, you can always fly out to Cali and like lean on my shoulders. Okay, I got my shoulders to cry on.
I mean, but that might be too much. You know, I don't want to.
Too much, yo. I can be a little sensitive for you.
Come on. This shit.
Okay, well, back to the original. We got back to the original thing we were talking about because we came to the room.
I digress back to my original statement, which is that
yes,
it's effective. There is definitely a difference between men and niggas and bitches and women. For those who didn't catch that way back in the beginning. And I think that maturity and where you are in life, what your goals are, as far as your household, your sexuality, how you conduct yourself, pursue or perceive, is all a matter of who you are as an individual. I can look at two 20-year-old men. If one of them is focused and family oriented, he only wants one female. Say he want to get him a goody tootie, fresh and fruity from church. He want to stay a virgin till he get married. Then that's what he's going to do. If that's what Polly Pocket want to do, when she want to keep her legs closed till she get married and thereafter and only have one penis, then that's what she's going to do. If she wants to be a $40 holla and a nigga want to keep giving her $40, then that's what they're going to do.
Wait, why y'all gotta point me out? I'm just out here giving a scenario. I'm the example. Why I got used like that? That's wrong.
I'm just saying.
I'm always used as the bad example. Where's the good examples of Miss Polly? Why?
I think everybody is entitled to drive in whatever lane they want to drive in. And if my street ain't the street you want to be on, if monogamous ain't the street you want to be on, if grown woman shit ain't what you want to be on, then move to the hood. Go over there, wear $40 hollers, pull up every 10 to 15 minutes like a goddamn Amtrak. If you want to live over in the hood and be a $40 holler, then go the fuck over there. Work it till $80 drop out your coochie coupons. I don't care. That's your business. But at the end of the day, we can't all be grouped together because I don't have the desire to be a $40 holler. My desire is to be a wife. My desire is to carry and conduct myself tight. My desire is not to disrespect if I know. My desire is not to walk up to a man that's married or have a married man have conversation with me and me conduct myself with that man once I know he's married. Why? Because I've been a wife. And I've been a wife that's also been cheated on. And I would break both they goddamn necks. Number one, bitch, if you knew he was married, how you still carrying on the conversation? Now you disrespecting me. And him, how come you not keeping it tight? But again, I digress. To each his own. For me, my desire as a woman is to carry, conduct, and attract and be attractive to a man. I'm not looking for a nigga.
Okay, wait, pause. We got to put a disclaimer out here. See, y'all niggas and got a pocket, and I got to put y'all in place. In general.
All right, $40
we're not going to do what we're not going to do. Okay. And,
you missed the whole point of what you said.
No. Miss Polly is giving examples. He's giving examples, and I am giving scenarios. So Miss Polly doesn't necessarily subscribe to all the things she says all the time. So since we are also being obviously streamed in other places, we want to put that out there.
Hold on. Wait. Wait. Hold on.
Real quick. I wanted to just add something real fast.
Okay. That's what you telling people?
I just wanted to add something real fast.
What?
I agree with.
Fix your face. Fix your face. Go ahead, JVJ. Fix your face.
I just wanted to add something to what Miss Malaysia. Did I say that right? Is it Malaysia?
I got you. It's actually Malaysia.
No, I'm saying is her name? Is it like I don't know how to say it? It's like MALY.
I'm answering for you. Hold on. It's Melissa. MALYSA. If you flip it around,
gotcha.
It's like asylum. I know it's crazy.
No. I don't want to fuck nobody's name up. So appreciate that. What I was trying to say, what you should have added to what you said, because I agree with you. People do whatever the hell they want to do, man. Look, if you want to do that and I don't do that, man, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. The only thing I will add in at the end, I ain't gonna say it's a problem, that people need to, because I say this all the time, it's one of my biggest sayings. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Just don't get mad when people judge you for it.
Marcus, check the back check.
And I think that's the biggest issue that I think a lot of people have. People want to do what they want to do. They don't like when other people say something to them about what they do. You can't have an issue with
in a negative light. I think people should stand on what they do. That's real. Like if you want to live your best life and you want to do cartwheels, do that and stand on it. So when someone asks you what you're doing, you just say, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing." That's it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, none of these people pay your bills. None of these people will help you when you're sick. So who cares? So at the end of the day, you say what it is that you do, and that's what it is.
I'm good with that. But
a lot of people don't live like that because a lot of people like community. A lot of people want to live in community. I'm saying community. So like a lot of people like to be around their peers, and they won't want their peers to look at them a certain way. So a lot of them will pretend they're not doing stuff that they want to really do. They're going against what they really want to do, or they end up trying to hide what they really do.
No, I'm saying that a lot of ladies need to give the full context, because what she said is something that's that feel good Kool-Aid that a lot of ladies give to each other. You need to also give the back end of it. You can do what you want to do. You can be that strong, independent. You can be that housewife. You can do whatever. But there is negatives that come with it, and you cannot bitch and complain after the fact. That's the biggest part. I think that's the part that people need.
So much about women, it amazes me because some of the things that you say are so naive and ignorant and so.
Well, I'll tell you this: everything I'm saying about women applies to men.
Agreed.
So I'm not going at women. I'm just pointing out something that I think is a blind spot in some ladies' minds. That's what I say. When she gave her message, it was a good message. And I know a lot of ladies would have gravitated to it. But I want to also add that you should know that people are still going to judge you regardless of whatever you pick.
But I don't feel
like you can't complain about it. And you can't complain about it.
I don't feel like me saying to you, if you're my friend, do what you do. If you're my friend, and again, it's category. I feel like if you're my friend, and don't get me wrong, shout out to my friends. I ain't gonna say y'all's names, but I have friends that are hoochie mamas, and I have friends who play it tight and right. I have friends that sleeping with their man and somebody else's, and I have friends or I know people who don't. You feel what I'm saying? With all of that being said, it's my choice whether or not I say, and Miss Polly, I'm just using you for an example. That's it, baby. It's my choice to say, oh, I fucks with Miss Polly do. That's her business. It ain't gonna make me love her no less, support her no less, fuck with her no less, go out with her no less. Now, if I pull her to the side and say, girl, now you know you shouldn't be fucking that lady husband, then yeah, I'm going to say that because that's my friend. That's my perspective. But I can't watch her 24 hours, 7 days a week. So I feel like saying what I said is exactly that. I stand on what I said. She's my friend. Then she also respects that. Hold on. She also respects the fact that that's how I feel. And she also respects my point of view. So we shouldn't bump heads on that. I don't have to say
No, here you go. That's the difference between men and women. You don't feel a responsibility to correct wrong things around you, and men, they have that obligation put on them.
I never said I didn't.
No, she did. No, she did. She actually did.
I would pull her to the side
No, you said if I would pull her to the side. You didn't say you would. You said if.
I said
she
no,
would.
she said if. She said if.
Sleeping with somebody's husband. I did say that.
If I did pull her to the side and tell her, that's what she said.
But she's saying that we correct ourselves differently.
Wait, did I not say? I would say to her, "Hey, my perspective. Now you know you shouldn't be sleeping with that lady's husband." I did say that.
I know the whole point is if any of these gentlemen on here, and the sad part, I grade men on this level. If you see something wrong happening with the people around you, I think you're obligated to say something to them. And the sad part is women put that same obligation on men, but women get the if. Come on now.
Well, that's what she's saying. She's saying she would take someone to the side and tell them.
Why would I tell her not to speak to married men before she does it? If she does it, then I can speak on it. Why would I tell her something?
Pretty much just saying maybe.
Hey,
that's just pretty much saying maybe.
Friend, don't sleep. If you Melissa, with a married man, we can't be friends. I don't understand the if part.
Well, Melissa, can I ask you something? And how's everyone doing? Mr. Rest in the World, Embrace the Grace, Miss Polly. What's good, everybody? I know I just I'm good. How are you doing? And Melissa, I'm Dark Lake. How are you doing? I know I just kind of interjected, but that's kind of why I wanted to like hop on here just to ask you something. You were the woman earlier in the show who was speaking about like just let people do what they do, but if they do it when I'm married, you know what I mean? I'm a essentially put a foot up their ass. Like that's what you said, right?
She didn't say if I was. She said that's not what she said.
Not when I'm married. Period.
Oh, period. Yeah, period. Like if you're with some guy. And I think you referred to them as $40 hollers. Is that what you said?
I said I have people. Yeah, I know of people that are $40 hollers. Yeah.
Right. So my question to you is that it's kind of like sharing the sentiment of let's talk with JVJ. Is the thing is that what we hear a lot of women do a lot of times, and this is not critiquing you. I'm just illustrating an observation. Is that you're kind of like, let it be, let all be, you know what I mean? Just if they want to go do that, they can go do that, right? But then don't you also think that that's a part of the problem, that not enough women, or men for that matter, are correcting these faults in people's character? So you can kind of like so you can kind of call it out and nip it in the bud before the community is invaded by these, $40 hollers that you spoke of. You feel me? Do you think that's a problem?
Yes.
And I mean, you guys keep saying it.
Hold up. Let me answer that. I don't disagree with you, and that's what I'm saying. I think that somewhere in the translation of what I'm saying, you think that what I'm saying is opposite when we're really all saying the same thing. I've been a wife. I've been an ex-wife. I've been a widow. I've been all of that. What I'm saying is, according to how I live, my friends and who I am around know how I carry and conduct myself. So when I'm having conversations with them, that conversation is in reference to how I carry and conduct, how I think they should carry and conduct. Hey, if you're doing this, I don't think that's a good look on you. So yeah, I'm going to my friends because they are my friends and giving them my perspective. What I am saying outside of that is they're going to do what they want to do. And I'm not going to love them less because after I say, I don't think you should have slept with a married man, and they say, I'm going to do what I want to do. I mean, I can't follow them everywhere is what I was saying. I can't follow them everywhere.
That's it. But see, I think that's I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No, I'm saying that's if she say something to him.
Well, I would say that I totally understand that, right? I get it now. You made it a bit more clear that accountability you are more likely to project within your friends group and women who within your vicinity. That makes sense to me, right? But the part where you said, though, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and I'm not gonna love them any less, right? See, I think this is just my humble opinion. I think that is the issue because I think that is where men and women are a little different, right? And I know Chocolate's head is exploding because it sounds like the old Dark Lake is coming back. I'm sorry, Chocolate, but just hear me out. Hear me out. Hold on. The thing about it is,
that, sir, was quite an entrance.
A man would love them less. And I think that's important, right? Like, for instance, right? Jackie Chan and his daughter, right? She did some stuff that he didn't approve of. He warned her, if you do this, I'm not going to fund you. She took it upon herself to do it anyway. He didn't fund her. She understood that that was the rule that he set. But in spite of that, she made a video illustrating to the public worldwide, right, of the rule that he set in place. But she understood that was the rule. So I think that, and I'm not talking about just being harsh all the time, but it just seems like this society today is lacking a whole bunch of boundaries and standards. And unfortunately, men can't really project that enforcement because we're seen as the aggressors, as the ones who are more like physically capable. So I feel like it starts with like women nipping it in the bud and setting standards for the next generation of women. Sorry that I went on a rant.
No, you're good. I'll land my plane here and let this chocolate go. Because you said she bubbly, and so I'm going to let her go ahead and bubble on out of here. So I'll land here and say, you're then amongst an elite group of men. Because when I can't say that I know men who 10 out of 10 times will go to their other male friends and say, hey, yo, I'm not fucking with you no more, yo, because you mess with your girlfriend's sister. I have not met that guy yet. I've not met a guy who went to another guy and said, I'm not being your friend no more.
It sound like all you fuck with is fuck boys.
Because no. I have not met a guy yet who said, hey, every time I ever met a dude whose girl or female or whatever was cheating, I went to my dude and told him. I don't know those guys. I've met guys who's like, yo, hey, that's what happened. Someone, I even know guys that what the fuck who fucked the girlfriend. So, and but with that being said, like I said, did you know certain or a specific type of guys? But there are guys who are just like what you are describing, who will let their friends fuck other females, the sister, the mama, the uncle. You can watch it on YouTube every day and all day. And they ain't telling their homeboy shit. I digress. Go ahead, Mr.
I can't argue with you on that. Yeah.
No, I want to say something to that too. And that is a large, my bad, Joe. That is a large reason why I have such a, I say a voice towards or against what we spew. Exactly what she just said. It's who is your circle? Why I think I always say that all the time. Like when I get to asking, when I hear certain things, like who do you be around? What type of men do you surround yourself by? Now watch this. Sir Lake, I want to ask you this question as well.
Dark, if you don't mind.
Okay. Lake, Dark. What kind of men do you be around? But more importantly, the type of men that you be around and what you just described to us, is that not a reflection of yourself in some form of fashion? Because the fact is that, the things that I just don't have a taste for, I don't be around. I don't be around it at all. People that are really into, I don't know, gambling and going to poker and stuff. Because I don't gamble, I just don't hang out with gamblers. So guess what? You'll never hear me up here complaining about a story where I got scammed or I was hanging out with gamblers, so-called friends, that something went wrong. So my point is that your circle, who you hang around. Have you?
Well, first I have to understand. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean I'm landing it right there. I'm just saying.
Okay, so was that
on that?
Okay, that wasn't a rhetorical question, right? That was an actual question.
Question.
Okay, so before I answer it, I gotta ask you because you said, "Is that a reflection upon myself?" So I'm just trying to understand what's a reflection of myself pertaining to the conversation I had between. Wait. Pertaining to the conversation I had between me and Melissa, what is a reflection of myself?
What you just explained, bruh.
Okay, so I'll reiterate. What I just explained was I was questioning Melissa about her point of view when it comes to holding. Wait, please. I didn't interrupt you, sir. When it comes to, because I'm trying to understand your question. When it comes to holding people accountable, and the example that was used, Smitty, was women who are going for dudes who they know are married. And Melissa made a comment. Most of what she said I agreed with. Is that women in her immediate circle, right, are the women who she sort of projects her ideals on and how to move and how not to move. And I agreed with that. So when you ask me, is that a reflection of me pertaining to the conversation I have between me and Melissa? What are you referencing exactly so that I can understand?
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I'm asking you, what is a reflect? You said, what is that a reflection on you? And I'm asking you, is what a reflection on me? What are you referencing?
Exactly what it is that you were speaking about, bro.
Okay, so I understand. Okay, thank you for saying that. I understand now. So it absolutely is a reflection on me. So the answer to your question is yes. And the reason why it's a reflection on me is because I'm wise enough and I'm smart enough to understand that we live in 2025. And I'm not about to go on a rant. I'll just answer it. I'm going to say this, is that there's men who are in our immediate vicinity, family, friends, homeboys you meet up at the gym with, work out with, play basketball, all that type of stuff. You have conversations with those men. Those are the men in my circle, right? Doing those activities. And also, though, we live in a digital era. We live in an era of social media. So it's very important what you say out of your mouth, because other men who listen to you are going to hear what you say, and they might agree or might disagree, but they're still going to hear what you say. And in reference to the conversation about accountability and spreading messages that hold people accountable to do the right thing, right? Our immediate circle isn't the only group of men that are going to hear us. Somebody could see this show. A group of men or a man could see this show in China right now. So it's, if you are really believing that wait, I'll just end it here. If you're really believing that whatever my beliefs are, whatever my, I'll land a plane. If you're really believing that whatever my beliefs are, right, only reflect men in my immediate vicinity and men I'm around, then I would say you have a very narrow-minded view of how a man is supposed to move in this society, since we're global now. We're just not stuck in the neighborhood. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I mean, it does, but you know something, you know the main thing that so look, right? Hold on. I mean, look, briefly. I don't know why you give such these long, elaborate, I don't know where you go with shit.
Oh, listen. I can repeat it slower for you if you want.
Go ahead.
No, we're not. We're not.
I was fucking with you. I'm not gonna do it.
Chocolate's been waiting, guys. Chocolate's been waiting to give just a little. She just wanted to put a little input in. She's been here a while.
No, Choc, I got you. I want you to get in there, sis. I'm just saying, listen, bro. First and foremost, when you speaking to men, bro, you just don't know. You just don't know how to seem to narrow what it is that you know it is we speaking about.
Oh,
you like to give a whole bunch of that, bro, but at the same time, it's bro, what do we be talking about?
Oh, yeah. I think it shows the type of man I surround myself versus the type of man you surround yourself. You guys like really short conversations with small words.
Real talk.
No. Chocolate, go ahead and get in there.
Can the lady please have the mic, please?
Yes. All right. Yeah, I think she should. Yeah.
Stop, man.
Go ahead. No, you stop. You don't tell me to stop. Go ahead, man.
Pause.
Can you jump in, Miss Shockley?
Pause. Everybody pause. I do have something I want to say real quick, right? For the women up here who do spoken word, Just Star and Melissa exclusive, y'all could bless us with some spoken word, you know what I mean? After we kind of get through all this and people share their point of views, I want to hear some spoken word. So if y'all can bless me with some spoken word, I would appreciate it.
Don't y'all speak no words to him. Tell him he got to pay.
You know, Miss Pop?
Especially if it's corny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's unfortunate.
I did have something I did want to say real quick, like, and I'm gonna get up out of here. I get out of y'all here. Yes, I don't like the way that Dark Lake just got pretty much attacked. I don't. And like y'all might know him on the regular. I don't know if y'all know him on the regular or whatever. I don't. But his position, I don't disagree with. I actually agree with his position. And then the argument against his position is the exact same argument that he made against your position. People talking about he needs to get around. He needs to get around different men. The data is complete contradiction to your personal experience. A lot of people have came up here and said about their personal experience. I haven't met a man this. I haven't met a man that. The data is for everybody. The data takes your personal experience out because you can have that's what they call anecdotal. You can live in the hood. You can live in a neighborhood where there's nothing but crackheads around. But you think every neighborhood's a crackhead in America? You think they got a crackhead neighborhood in all of America?
Yes.
In every neighborhood. In every neighborhood.
That's a good point. What kind of shit is that? What kind of
shit? Where's the Chinese crackheads? Where's the Chinese crackheads?
I want you to think about what I'm saying. I want you to understand what I'm saying. If somebody lives in a neighborhood that has crackheads in it, do you think every other neighborhood is a crackhead neighborhood all throughout America?
Oh my gosh, bro. No,
clearly that's not fucking true. Just because you ran across 5 fuck boys doesn't mean that every dude is a fuck boy because you ran across them. But people are trying to make the argument that their own personal experience in life with people that they chose to bring into their life are all bad. So that means everybody else is bad. And then we ain't even gonna take into account that how the fuck they act. They acting like they holier now. Like they don't bring nothing on to themselves. Because guess what? You attract what the fuck you are. A lot of people do. So when people say he's a fuck boy, you probably a fuck girl. Because fuck boys and fuck girls get along. They get along together.
That's a whole
I'm like, it's just crazy, bro. Man. Like y'all coming at that dude like that, man. That's crazy, man.
Hey, you know what? Hey, let's talk, bro. We really should talk, bro. And I appreciate it. But you know what? Let's talk. And I was hearing your words, I was consuming it. But bro, we gotta let Chocolate speak, man, because you know she's been bubbling back there. She's been waiting. We gotta give her the mic. But let's talk. Hey, it's happy to meet you, man. I'm Dark Lake.
Come on, Soda Pop. Let's go.
Man, look, come over to the channel, man. Y'all have a good night, man.
Just talk, Chocolate. They ain't gonna let it in.
What's up? Good evening, all of you beautiful melanated people. Exactly. Happy Women's Month. Shout out to the ladies. Get your work. Yes, it is March. All jokes.
Oh, I know that.
Wow, that's messed up. Y'all gonna do us like that?
No, I didn't know. I just didn't know.
Well, I used to be a part of the diversity department where I used to be. So I used to be in charge of all that kind of stuff, making sure that everybody was honored at work, no matter what happened.
Which is that?
Which what?
Which is our month? I'm just curious.
February.
For real? Oh, snap. Oh, right, with Black.
Don't do her like that. Leave her.
Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do
that. That, sir, was quite an entrance.
Hey, I think your smoke break is my smoke break.
Wait, and then Miss Chocolate, just make some comment, y'all. After Miss Chocolate makes her comment,
yes,
people.
I
have the direction to go. You know, so go ahead, Miss Chocolate. Go ahead.
Yes, I don't have any effing idea what y'all talk about. So I was late. Okay.
That's okay.
So I came up in the middle of the testosterone explaining how we need to understand one another. And ladies, we need to talk to each other, pull each other close and say, don't sleep with married men and don't talk to men that call you from Instagram, whatever it may be. So I just want to say, right on, brothers. We here for you out here. These pick-me's. I got an army for you. Only $5. We got you. Okay. So
oh God.
happy parts.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, I give you the question and you be the first one to answer it. That's fair. That way you can slip on in.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
That's fair. On a Tuesday.
That's wild.
On a Tuesday. Okay.
On a Tuesday.
Okay, so we talk about women's nature. Okay, so Mr. Best was trying to give his best at explaining foolishness. So we had a debate about it, and so
really,
I'm gonna give you the information, and you proceed how you would like. Okay, so he said that women out here, okay, they will go after a man that provides all the quote unquote needs that they need, like, protection, that's financial, that could be emotional, whatever. That guy's willing to give all that, but she may not be interested in him still, right? He said, why would that woman get that man even though she's not interested in him? And I explained to him that a lot of times women are told that this is what you should want because this will give you a particular result, right? And so you go after those men regardless if you're really attracted to them. So some women, or a good portion of women, will date men who they're not really attracted to. But when the guy they are actually attracted to, with pheromones and all their emotional feelings get involved, then what will happen? And I said, well, most likely they're going to cheat in some form of way, according to monogamy. So that could be like conversation at pushing boundaries or whatever, or maybe having too much of a conversation. I don't know. Monogamy has a lot of rules in it, and so any of those things, maybe she brought him like some lunch, but she wanted to be nice. Yeah, but
on the players. Yeah,
would she do that? And I said, well, she's still going to get the guy she wants, but she may flirt with the other guy. She may not go that far as cheating, but at the end of the day, she knows why she's with this man for those particular reasons. And he said those women exist, and I said, yes, those women do exist. Would you agree?
But Miss Polly, that was. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Chocolate. Gonna let Chocolate kick it off. Go ahead.
H to the double E hockey stick. Yes, they do exist. These conversations, just like how there are certain conversations that now are privy to all of us that men have amongst each other. It's the same with us. We have those conversations as well, where it comes down to he may not be in the package that I want him to be in. However, I'm supposed to, as a woman, especially as a Black woman, and especially as a Black woman with religious ties, because our society is closely connected, right, with our thought process when picking a mate. Whether we go to church or not, we kind of use this same playbook. So, with that being said, I don't agree with that process, unfortunately. But because marriage has been made out to be a business, a duty, some kind of shackle you hang around your neck or your leg or whatever, that being or connecting and communicating with another human being is just so horrible. Actually being friends, actually being in love, actually having a good time. And so when the shit do hit the fan, y'all can work it out together. Because y'all open to each other and would stand the storm together. It's a lot of vulnerability that comes with that on both sides. And I think we are afraid. And in some right on both sides, we have the right to be. We've seen not the best examples in comparison to what we should have seen growing up, as far as how to deal with relationships, how to talk to one another, how to be compassionate, how to be empathetic and not look at it as weak or simping. Everything has become a negative when we talk about this. So yes, there are people, unfortunately, that wake up every day and have just accepted what it is. That's fine. No one is saying that. I would never say that. Do what you got to do. This is your life, not mine. I can clearly see that if you are pursuing something and you're not happy, especially with the person you laying down with every night, for me, I would rather be by myself. Whether we got material things or not. whether kids, dogs, any of. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that the whole process is cold like that.
And Miss Chocolate, and I'm only interrupting you for just the reason I want you to continue, but I want you to say this. So I understand your that anecdotal moment, right? Was that okay? But if you were saying it not about your experience, take yourself out of your body for a moment.
Oh
do
yeah,
you think that do those women who do proceed to go and get with men who have those quote unquote things that we should be looking for, right? Do you think those women who enter into those relationships, do you think that they shouldn't enter into those relationships and wait until they find the man who has the attractiveness that they're drawn to, plus the additional, which a lot of times that's not the case. But do you think they should try to wait it out?
I think that a lot of people wouldn't be married if they waited it out.
Praise them. Okay, thank you. I just want to get information. Okay. And then we'll get and then JB, do you want to go next? JB go next. He's on the line. Let him go.
I do got something to say again.
Wow.
I do got something to say to that. The way a lot of y'all ladies speak is very eloquent and contradictory. It makes no damn sense to me because I'm listening. You said we need to get rid of all these expectations. Get rid of these expectations when it comes to marriage and relationships.
Who said? I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Yeah, you alluded to it a lot.
I never heard that either. I was wondering what I missed.
And I didn't infer that or allude to that. What I was talking about, based on the question, it's about personality, right? You meet a person, you can't read their mind the first time you see them. There is an expectation of, well, you hope when you walk up to this person or they walk up to you that this is a pleasant exchange. That's not a guarantee, right? But we do it over and over again, expecting the outcome to be that we finally hit the lottery and meet the person we want to be with. And what I was saying was that based on the truth of those who speak it, their truth being that they're married, they have children, however, I can empathize only so far because I don't have that. I'm not in that position. So I'm not looking at that woman as less or more. It is the fact that this is a woman who has this path and I have that path. Period, point blank, right? So when
I don't care about the woman. I don't. I said I was talking about the expectations that you put up there. You said that we have an expectation. And you just reiterated it again. You just reiterated it again, but you just said you didn't.
But don't you have an expectation?
So now we do have an expectation, right?
Bro, sir. I'm not going to.
Go ahead.
That's been happening all damn night. For some reason, things just like misconstrued. I don't know how to get clear.
He's still got to get clear.
I'm gonna say this again clearly.
Oh no! Please do though, Jay. Like
I will. I'm just gonna make sure I take your name out.
No. Put it in there.
Nah, I ain't gonna put it in there.
Nah, bro, put it in there. Do it for
me. Go ahead, Miss Chocolate. Go ahead.
Well, I think Miss Chocolate. But either way, what was your point to the scenario? Not necessarily rebuttaling back to Miss Chocolate. What do you think about the scenario I gave? What statements do you have about that?
Say the scenario again because I got lost in the contradiction.
Okay, so it's okay. It's all right to be lost because we got to get them found, right? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, help me. I'm slow.
Yeah. No, you're not slow.
I am. Down here in Alabama, we slow. We slow down here in Alabama. Just help me out.
No, don't need you to explain like that. Don't do that.
Help me out.
Like that,
just give it to me. Just give it to me.
I'll give you something. Okay, so
I don't know.
No, pause. Anyway, so what we're talking about is with the scenario. Okay, let's go back. The scenario is women who are brought up in this society to have a man, or they would like to have a man, protect them, give them all those things, those resources that they're supposed to look for. Those men are an expectation that, hey, I'm getting all these resources. Women should find that attractive. I should be attracting these women, correct? So they're saying, okay, even though you get some of these women, are those women really invested emotionally and everything to a man who's giving them all the things they said they should need? And what I said was no to that. I said some women are with these men because they're giving the resources, but as soon as, I'm sorry if I'm making that noise, but if they were to find a man that they're like emotionally attracted to and all of that, and maybe he doesn't have all the other things yet, like maybe he doesn't have all the resources and stuff, would she still be interested in that guy? And I say yes. Basically, she would still have interest in that gentleman. That gentleman, maybe somebody that she might even end up crossing the line in monogamy in, because she might flirt with him. She may say hi. She may do those things. He may never cheat officially or whatever it is. But she doesn't necessarily desire the other man like that. But she'll stay with him and be married to him because of the things that he's supposed to provide. We're told we should look for.
Yeah. I'll say this. Pretty much at the bare minimum, I'll say this on average, and I'll just speak on the black community. I'm not going to speak on the rest of everybody else. All the other races, they do their own thing. Over 75% of black women don't think like that or do that at all. They don't go after the good guy. They don't get with the good guy. They don't get with the guy that has the resources that would be best for them. Majority of women chase after and end up with having kids with, because they don't end up in relationships with these guys. It's the bad boys. It's the dudes that just smash. If you look at, and I'm a real daddy guy. Majority of men throughout time, not even just black men, don't reproduce. They don't have kids. They don't. Less than 50%. It's like 40%. So I'm like, less than all men have kids. And if you look at it right now, I think we bumped up just in America about less than half of men have kids. Women are not dealing with these men. There's 100 women to 97 men. And most women only want probably 7 of those goddamn 97 dudes. Like, let's just keep it real.
Wait, I'm sorry, excuse me. Can we add in there, though, that some of those men might be alternative? That they may be gay?
Very possibly. Very possibly.
You not know the
I got you. I love it. No, I got you. I love it. No, I'm glad. Chocolate. No, I'm glad you added that in there. I'm glad you added that in there because guess what? Let's take that into equation. So let's take that 97 men. Let's probably I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna bump 17 of them off the list. 17 of them.
Keep everybody.
No, we gotta add an exception. You made sure you wanted that exception to be in there, so I'm gonna take 17 of them motherfuckers off the list. So that's 80.
It's not just one exception.
Okay, give me more exceptions. Let me knock them off.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, let him finish. Let JV finish his thought.
No, I got JV. He asked for more exceptions. I got you.
Give me some more. Listen,
so we have to take into accountability. All right. So from what I've studied is there are 3 categories of men that really are out of not in position. Military. Okay, so we got.
You can get with them.
No, man, just.
Smitty, you told.
But how were they not in position?
What the?
You told Dark Lake Earther. You told Dark Lake Earther you don't understand why he go on these long soliloquies. Come on, man, speed that shit up.
All right, so
why are military men not in position?
All right, so again, I don't know how
I was in the military.
Yeah, I don't know how it's a long soliloquy when I started speaking only goddamn 7 seconds, my nigga. So
it's crazy how everybody get all confused.
But we want to hear everybody say their part. That's why I do think if you don't mind, Smitty, let's wait, Smitty.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Smitty, man. I'm sorry.
Smitty, go ahead.
Think about it is
Say your point, JV.
Smitty's give me the exception, then I'm gonna respond to it. I'm sorry.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Now, there are 3 levels of what that is that consists of. So you have military. And I'm talking about dudes in the military who have gone to the military and passed away. I'm not talking about people alive. All right. So that's one. I'm talking about
civilians and people in prison. That's where you're going.
Well, no. I said passed away. What the fuck is he talking about? I said people in the military who passed away. Mm-hmm. And then you also have that group of those who are in that community, right? So you got those in the community.
Okay. Gay people.
There, you also right. So you got those in the military who passed away. You got those in the community, right? And then you also have those who honestly are just in the streets. I'm talking about of non-guidance, what we consider of in the those we can't salvage. There's too many in the streets that we just don't know what's going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Okay, now you can go ahead and finish your thoughts.
I don't know what the hell that was. Like that. It just that was nothing. You said absolutely nothing with that. And I'm not even trying to say that to be mean, but I saw how the way you tried to come at me when I first got on here. You say that shit for no goddamn reason. Yes, we're gonna have people that are LGBTQ. We're gonna have people that are incarcerated. We don't count dead people, so I don't know where we started doing that. We don't. Yeah, we don't count dead people.
No, stop, Jay. All right. You relax yourself. Now you showing face. Relax that shit. We talking right?
We count dead people.
No, listen. I said in the military, you have people that go over.
You said people that are dead that was in the military.
All right, back.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said we count people that were in the military that are dead.
No, bruh. People that go to the military count. You have a whole bunch of wives. Okay, listen, bro. You talking about like ever since that hasn't, you know, that never did anything as far as marriage. I'm talking about widows, bro, and widows and widowers. Like, slow that shit down. All right, because I have a couple relatives in my family. All right. I mean, okay, all right, let's give him a second. Let's give him a second.
I'm waiting on you to get done.
Well, I feel like we're trying to go on the line for everybody to answer the questions.
Man, I'm talking about the military. You ain't never been in it.
We get
talking about the military. You ain't never been in it.
I don't. No. First and foremost, bro. I speak about it because the mother of my child been in it. Air Force.
Second, that ain't you. And the sad part, we don't fucking count that shit. Like ain't gonna lie. That's like being in the Coast Guard.
Stop.
We got beefs inside of this bitch.
I don't think so, sir.
No. We have beefs inside. We have beefs inside of this bitch.
Hey, let's talk. You know why? Hey, let's talk. You know why?
No, we're not gonna do the over talking, my nigga. No, we're not gonna do the over talking.
Did I over talk to you?
Yeah,
I thought you paused.
Speaking right now.
Okay, my nigga.
I'm trying to get to.
All right, my nigga. All right, go ahead.
He mad.
All right,
he mad now.
All right, then.
I didn't realize I was over talking though, for real. But yeah, go ahead.
Like, listen, folks, not gonna take disrespect.
Yeah, let's be respectful, guys. Let's be respectful. Everybody has their chance.
Let's go ahead.
I think you should go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
And Smitty was finishing his point. I'm gonna shut up and let Smitty finish his point.
Yeah,
I'll respond.
Yeah. Thank you. What I'm speaking about, point blank, period, is we have to take into account like the number, like when we talk about already, us as men know, we could say that there's like a 15-1 deficit when it comes to women and men. All right, boom. And number in the world?
There's actually more men in the world than there is women.
Let me calm down. Go ahead.
Google that shit, nigga. You ain't never Googled it.
And let's talk. I actually don't know how accurate that is. I don't know if that's accurate to be honest.
Go Google it. Just Google it and you'll see.
But not in America though, right? But not in America though.
In America, there is more women. There's 97 for every 100. In the world, there's more men than there are women. Google it.
I gotta research that because I didn't know that.
Google it. Somebody Google it right now. Somebody Google it.
Hey,
Okay,
but
well,
let's talk.
JV.
Oh, I'm sorry.
JV, go ahead and finish your statement. Because
Smitty
you
wasn't
moving the
done.
blocks
Smitty
around.
wasn't done. Smitty wasn't done. I just interjected. I'm sorry. I did it
Just
again.
go
I've been
ahead and do
doing
your
it all
point
night.
because there's other people who want to like give their points.
I know.
So.
I'm sorry. Let Smitty finish. I'm sorry. I interjected. I'm not going to
But
interject
no,
again.
actually, I think Smitty, like you're asking him to interject, and it's causing back and forth. But you should just say your point on what I said.
Thank you.
And then we'll go on. Smitty will have his turn. So he'll be able to tell you what he wants to tell you after you say your point, and then we can go on so that everybody gets a chance. Because like we've been sitting here, and y'all two will go on for an hour, and not that it's not a show, gentlemen. I like to see a little battle. I like a little see a dog fight. But I'm just joking. But go ahead, JV. Go ahead. I know, babe. I know. I'm just messing.
You know I'm not with this shit. You know I don't like it.
I know you don't like it. I'm just teasing.
None of this fuck
Okay.
shit.
So JV, go ahead and finish. Yeah. So JV go, and then Smitty will wait. It was JV, and then it was Smitty. Go ahead.
Look, I'm just gonna leave on this. I'm gonna leave on this because this is hilarious to fuck to me. But and shout out to Sugar Bomb.
Make sure you please, dog. I beg of you, tag me, bro. Please tag me. Please.
I'm not tagging
Who's
you.
interrupting now? Damn. The fuck? Let's talk and say my nigga. At least he didn't say my nigga when you interrupted.
You know I'm gonna hit him with it though. Jay, hey, Jay know I'm gonna hit him with it. He know I'm gonna hit him with it.
Everybody, hold on, wait. Dark Lake, let these two men talk. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. Let them do their thing. They have their
AJ, tag me, my nigga.
I'm definitely not finna do that.
Come on, man.
I'm definitely not finna do that. I'm gonna make sure I cut your name out.
Look at me. As far as we go back, Jay, you can at least listen. All those times
Smitty,
had lives together. You can't.
Smitty, look at me in the eyes. Smitty, look at me in the eyes. You see me? See me?
Nigga, it's four of them.
Look, I'm looking at you.
Where we at?
Hey, look. Hey, as soon as I came on this show, you tried to come at me, motherfucker. I ain't tagging you in shit. But either way, though, outside of that, I came over here for grace. I ain't come over here for you. First off,
so don't talk about what you're going to clip then.
I'm going to clip you because it's great.
So what I said is tag me when you do it, nigga.
I won't. Here you go. If you have an issue with it, copyright strike it. Do that.
Come on, man.
But either way, though, outside of Smitty trying to get some clout, the issue that I have,
this guy,
especially what Smitty's doing,
right?
Because I'm gonna hit you first, and then I'll move on. You trying to be the Noose Ace metaphor. That's what you trying to do. Because if you would honestly look up data, and this is the thing that bothers me about a lot of Americans and a lot of people in this world right now. You have a computer in your pocket and you refuse to look up information. You are a willful, ignorant person if you will not look this data up. We can look up everything that anybody is talking about. The government has been tracking us for the longest, and they know what we do, where we go, what we eat. We had a dude transition into a woman and flee the country because they told somebody that the government was looking at him. And I'm telling you, as somebody that served in the military, I have family members all throughout the goddamn government right now.
Okay. Right.
We are willfully ignorant people. You can look it up. Miss Chocolate, I know you're saying something, but I can't hear you.
No, hold on, Miss Chocolate. Let me respond, please. So, listen. So, for the record, first and foremost, my grandmother herself worked for the Pentagon over 40 years. My mother's mother. Hold on.
You don't know what your grandma was doing when she was alive.
See, there we go. See, now you really being disrespectful.
You say this grandma, man. Like, come on, say your mama or something at least.
No, listen. My listen, slow down. See how you so quick to talk?
No, man, say it. Get it out. I know you got it. Get it out.
My worked for the Pentagon. My mother, she actually worked for the federal government, Washington, D.C. So she worked for, you know what I'm saying, the
like what
department? For the Supreme Court. My mother worked for the actual records department for the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Now hold tight now. And then I got endless cousins. Yes, I'm talking about from like Green Beret, military, the whole nine, bro. Like that's all in my family, all the way down to just local like police officers, bro. That's in my family.
That's not saying nothing.
Nah,
you both
stop.
got big dicks. Your dick's bigger than his dick. His dick's bigger than your dick.
Nah, we're not talking about that. Nah.
Hey,
First of all, I don't know why somebody's up here interjecting. I don't know why somebody's interjecting.
Nah, Smitty, stop.
Hey, Smitty, you forgot to say my nigga.
Nah, hold tight.
Smitty knows.
What I'm trying to, nah, it ain't no Smitty hold nothing.
Smitty, at least she said dick and not penis. Damn, she's from the UK and she said dick. You gotta take that shit, nigga, when you get it. You can't just be snapping on that.
Watch this though, Jay. That goes against everything you even speak about because first and
What
foremost,
you talking about?
Me and you, two men talking, bro. You trying look, you need anything you can right now. Cut that shit out, my nigga.
What are you talking about, man?
All right, then cut it out, bro.
What are you talking about?
All right, cut that shit out, bro.
Smitty, what's going on inside your head? You got two birds hitting each other with rocks. Like, what are you talking about? I think that's funny. What she said was very funny, and she's from the UK. She said dick.
But watch this,
usually say penis.
How many times? How many times have I seen you, Jay? Like on some real talk though. Like, you know, it's all good, bro. Listen, you already know me and you two men speaking. I'm telling you straightforward. Like, you're not the only one that like has family in military.
It don't seem like you do, Smitty. It sounds like you just making shit up.
No, my grandfather was in the Korean War.
Nigga, you don't know nothing about your grandfather, nigga. Stop talking, bro. He talking about 2 generations before him. Niggas, come on, man. We talking about next generation, bro. I bet hell. If you know this so well, Smitty, I want you to answer this one question. And I bet you can't fucking answer. Who is this person to you, Smitty? Who is this person to you, Smitty? Watch this. I'm gonna show you he don't know nothing about himself. Smitty, who is this person to you? Your uncle's sister, but it's not your aunt. Who is that person?
My uncle. So you gave me a riddle?
Your uncle's sister, but they're not your aunt.
All right, so look. You know
he gonna figure it out, y'all.
Nah.
Somebody about to go Google that shit.
No.
I'll wait.
Yeah, you're gonna wait a long time.
I know, because you ain't gonna figure it out.
No, what you're gonna realize is this: you're gonna keep talking. See, the only reason why I'm still here is because I'm actually like, bro, real talk. I really have just
going on my channel.
All right, go ahead, turn your shit on.
No, keep going. I'm listening.
I know. No, you're not, bro. You haven't been the whole time because if you have been, I could have been stopped talking. This whole everything could have been done, bro. You keep talking, you keep interrupting, just like how I do with women.
Let's get to your point, Smitty.
There is no point at this point, my nigga. I realized I can't talk.
So you're just talking like a woman then. You just proved the exact same point that you just tried to make.
Nah, we're not even going to try to pull that bullshit, my G. The fact is this: I sat here and I've just been trying to have a discussion, bro.
Look, now, I disagree with Smitty's point. I ain't got time for all that because I'm about to go. I disagree with Smitty's point. I disagree with him trying to sit here and act like there's not differences between men and women. Clearly there is. We operate differently. We have different expectations. We have different obligations placed upon us. Everybody knows that. Any woman knows that because ain't no woman going into a relationship looking for a man that's going to live off of her, just like ain't no man supposed to go into a relationship and think that he's supposed to goddamn just magically take care of a woman. Like, that's what women think about the man. Like, we know the differences.
What women think, sir.
That's bro.
How do I know what women think?
Say that. I've heard you say that a lot.
What the hell are we saying? What are you saying?
Hey, Miss Chocolate. What the fuck? Miss Chocolate. Question to you, Miss Chocolate. Do you want to take care of a man to the day you die? Do you want to? Be honest. I'm saying just be honest. Just be honest.
There's what do I want?
Do you want, keyword, do you want to take care of a man to the day you die?
Like, is that a desire you have?
Yeah, with my hugs. Yes.
Yeah, like, I mean, if I'm married to somebody,
I'll give you hugs.
I'm talking about financially.
I mean,
I'll give you hugs. I'll make you food.
No.
I'll make you food. Tell them, you make them food.
Hey, hold on.
I'm gonna make you food. I'm gonna make up the bed. I'm gonna give you hugs.
So what is the topic, bro?
Hey, let's talk. I think they answered your question though. They did. They answered. No offense to you guys, but you guys did answer.
Yeah, they answered it. They answered.
Yo, what is this dumb?
They answered.
Context questions. You don't want to go deeper into it. You just want to ask
hold on,
random
Chocolate.
I'll say one word. Now it's
Chocolate.
She didn't want to do it.
Nah. But she right though. Because that's what the fuck has been the whole night.
You guys, nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear everybody. Wait a second.
Keep interjecting like women do.
I'm let you talk. All right. Now, Smitty was in the midst of him saying what he needs to say.
For real, bro. I never got finished what I was saying. I don't want to say it, bro. No, my nigga. Nah, I'm gonna wait for this nigga to finish what he gotta do so he can go ahead and kick rocks, my G. Go ahead, do your clip. You ain't gotta clip me. Don't worry about nothing, my G.
Let these two men have their dialogue.
It's stupid, bro.
Say nothing.
Thank you, bro. Like everybody keep interjecting and everything, my nigga. I ain't never seen this before. Stupid shit. Now go ahead. What you gotta say, bro?
Well, actually, Miss Chocolate and Miss Polly, y'all are proving the point because there's different expectations on each side. You gotta unmute yourself, Chocolate, when you say it, because I actually want to hear what you gotta say. I thought you was over there doing sign language.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna say I wasn't built for that. God didn't make me here to do that.
It's
that
crazy
other stuff.
how a grown ass man
I mean, I'm not saying they. Maybe there are some women built to carry logs and all that. Not Miss Polly. Miss Polly's not here to do a lot of things.
Miss Polly,
but the things I can do, I'm very good at. The things I can do, I'm very good at. That's all right,
Miss Polly, tell me if you disagree.
He don't want to address a grown man. He want to make sure you talk to
Miss Polly, you're irrelevant. Miss Polly, I want to know if you agree with this statement, and the ladies on the panel can tell me if they agree with this. Because my grandma used to say,
how do you want me to answer? That's the good question. You
yes,
answer as
yes or no.
Me?
Yes or no.
Or is this a lady?
No. It's just for you personally, yes or no.
Oh.
My grandma used to say this all the time, and she used to say it to my nieces, my nephews, my sisters, and all them. Everybody around us, my cousins and all that. Pressure is built for shoulders, not hips. You agree? Yes or no?
Crazy. Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
I think I'll say it one more time for Miss Chocolate. Pressure is built for shoulders, not hips. Do you agree? Miss UK, any answer?
Miss Chocolate, he can't hear you, baby.
I think it needs a bit more context because you've been dipping and diving all over the show. I don't even know what the conversation started one thing, and then like you guys been bitching back and forth, then saying that it's like women interrupting, yet you guys are acting.
Don't talk to me about bitching, man.
Well, then stop bitching and stop saying that women are doing that. Like it's insulting. I can say what I want to say.
Did nobody say women were bitching? I wasn't even talking to women.
Literally was saying
we're not speaking to women. I don't do that. No, we're not gonna play them games. I'm not one of them dudes. No. 1 second.
No,
1 second.
No, me. No.
1 second, please. No. 1 second. We don't do that. I don't do none of that. Like trying to talk bad on women or nothing. The main thing I do, if anything, is I always say I don't even talk to the women too much. I speak to the men. So if you know anything about me, you know what my whole frame is. And everybody who knows my frame is, this nigga can point all he want. He's just being goofy right now.
So many minutes of
but I get you on that. But you have never, but obviously you've never seen my channel. You've never heard any. Okay, then. So you should know. Okay, so
most people haven't
seen that.
Why are you so defensive?
No, it's not that.
You're bare defensive.
What?
I barely said a sentence and you're proper defensive.
No. Because you're not gonna. No. Yeah, because you're not gonna try to put that mode on me. Right. That's one thing I stop at the door. Please stop that. All right, please. That's all I ask. Don't try to put that label on me. We're not one of them dudes.
You tried to put a label on me earlier, Smitty. You can't take it.
Nigga, I can say, nigga, you's a grown ass man.
You can't take it, and you over here. You don't put that label on me. You trying to put a label on me as soon as I came in.
Different. No,
it's not different. It's still a label.
I go at men different than I go at women, my nigga. That's always.
I didn't do nothing to you. You came to me. I'm saying, like, damn.
Nah, my nigga, we not gonna do that, man. Jay,
calm down, man.
Shut up. I'll call you on your cell phone right now.
You too goddamn feminine. You don't have my number, nigga.
I don't.
You don't have my number.
I think it's important that we surround ourselves with men particular types of men. I think that's important. That was a good point, Smitty, earlier.
Did you change it? No. Doc, like I'm talking
Look,
to the
let's be real. Let's be real though. Let's be real.
I'm about to call
Outside
you
of
on
all
your
this
phone.
bickering back
I'm
and
about
forth,
to call
like
you on your phone.
my statement. Go ahead and try. My statement still stands. My statement still stands, and I'm gonna ride with it. Like I get where the ladies are coming from, but I think most ladies want to be kept like you, Miss Polly. I think that's the key.
Listen, I ain't never heard a woman say, I am so taken care of so well that I have to go back out here and take a job. You a damn lie. No.
I think that's the goal. And honestly, I don't have an issue with ladies that want to be kept because I think that's the role that I think ladies are supposed to be in, especially with all our ladies.
Well, I won't say all ladies. I don't think all ladies. I will give that. I don't think all ladies want to be kept the same way. But I think, at the most of us who are trying to put on a big show, and I'll be honest with you, it's a little like, don't make it harder for yourself. The world makes it harder. If a man is there who wants to be supportive and helpful, and they care about you and your well-being, I think you should be able to do that and do your part. That's all.
Yeah, you should be able to receive the love and shit that comes your way. But I also think that it should be like people don't understand roles no more in life. And I think we all can understand that. Like, why is Chocolate saying all this stuff? I can see your face moving, but I can't hear nothing you saying. She ain't over there singing. She ain't over there singing.
You ain't singing. Chocolate was singing.
And look, she must be singing some goddamn Kendrick Lamar.
But let's talk. Let's talk. Can I say something? Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody was speaking. My bad. Hey, let's talk. Can I say something? And I know that Chocolate is really gonna like this, right? Listen, I would say like 98% of what you said on the show, I absolutely agree with, right? And I agree with a lot of what Miss Polly and Chocolate was saying too. But the thing that has gotten me into a lot of hot water in this Black YouTube space is I always highlight the differences between men and women, not in the sense that women are less than men, but just that this society doesn't make the differentiation, the distinguishing between men and women, and it causes a lot of problems. And one of the problems we all participated. I did, Smitty did, you did, Let's Talk, Chocolate, Miss Polly, everybody participated in what's the problem, because, the topic of the show is evaluation of love, right? And we've been speaking about all these like strategies in quotes, but none of us spoke anything about love. And
well, if you don't talk about love, you talk to the men.
No, but listen, I don't think that's our fault, because there's a lot of nuances and shit that goes into dating and all that, and the different dynamics between men and women. But at the same time, it's like I feel like sometimes these kind of conversations, it kind of makes us forget about the importance of speaking about it. You feel me?
Can I have a question real quick? What makes a man love a woman? What makes a man love a woman? Like,
right now?
Not just want her, like, what's it makes
just
love
sat
her?
up there and try to do all that big pump faking and shit. I've been talking about the whole thing you've been talking about this whole time, bro. Wait,
who are you speaking? Is he speaking to me or is he speaking to Let's Talk?
Just ignore Smitty. He's just saying shit, man. He's just saying shit. He's just saying shit.
You just said we're not talking about love. And then this whole time, nah, real talk. See, that's the problem. You niggas not going to listen. I promise you, dog. That shit don't work with me, bro.
Smitty, don't spaz out.
All right, there we go.
When did I say that was against Smitty?
The reason why I'm going to make it.
So basically, wait, no. So basically, Smitty, what you're saying is this. No, so basically, Smitty, what you're saying is this. You were saying, no. Shut the fuck up. Hey, you were saying, right?
Okay, let's be a little bit. Yeah, let's not be rude. Let's not be rude. Nothing bigger.
He said frogs and cheese.
Without frogs and cheese.
So anyway,
y'all didn't kick him out, man. Y'all didn't kick him out, did y'all?
The entire time, again. Everybody want to keep trying to make it seem like I'm saying something crazy. I'm off. No. We're not gonna play these games tonight.
You are,
dog. I keep trying to speak, and you keep talking while I'm trying to talk.
Smitty, keep going.
It's simple.
You got it.
I bet we'll see. So we're gonna play this. So
a big dog, y'all can have a battle. I mean, not right here.
Fucking
not
grace.
right here.
I
just wanted to address Miss Polly's comment. Smitty, finish what you got to say. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I wanted to go back to what Miss Polly said, and then I'm gonna leave. I've been trying to leave.
Right, you know you haven't, my nigga, because you could have been pushed the red X. Just shut the fuck up.
Nah, I actually had, but you know you be
you could have been
me. You be triggering me
up on that, bro.
Well, okay, wait. Let's see. Now we just had to let somebody else down for that, Mr. Best. Now, come on, let's be respectful. But let's not tell people to shut the hell up. All that. Let's not keep it.
Look, Smitty, no, he's fine. He good with all that because look, it's all right. Smitty, you triggered me a little bit, and I know I triggered you a little bit. Look, man, we grown men. We can let that shit go. I wanted to hear the end of what Miss Polly got, but finish your thought. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Even though you keep on doing that shit, though.
I just try to just throw
I know, man.
like an olive branch.
Nah, you're not extending shit, bro. Stop playing with me, dog. See, that's the problem. Like if you want to be funny with it, dog, be funny with it, and then you can say what you gotta say and go, bro. Like, stop playing games with me right now, my nigga. I'm not like stop it, bro. All right,
ladies, y'all did see. I said, man, Spin, just gonna finish your thought, man. I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right, thank you. It's simple. What I'm saying straight up to you is this, bro. The whole time I've been saying, yeah, he just said, we're not talking about love. Okay, bet. The whole thing, everything I've been talking about this entire time does equal up and add up to that exactly. It equals up to that. Everything that you've been coming up, that you've been saying, there are parts that I have agreed with. There are parts that you've said that I'm like, you know what, I bet, nah, he on point with that, but nah, Jay, we can't keep just saying that. You already know how I go with shit. I don't give a damn with you. Nobody trying to clown, say nothing, my G. Yeah, I know how I go, bro. That shit don't work with Smitty. It works with other people who worry about clout. So don't ever talk to me about that. I'm up here to speak my mind. Now, we can have a conversation as men, but you keep on interjecting and you keep on trying to interrupt me and then thinking that you got me in a got you moment, my nigga. Cut that shit out. Now, go ahead.
I extended that olive branch. But yes, Miss Polly, because I may ignore that.
Hold on, JVJ, hold on. I want you to rock. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Now, Miss Polly, because he was disrespected. Do y'all want to meet? Is Dark Lake able to come back up?
I mean, I don't have a problem. I think because I actually, to be honest, well, Smitty just said the same thing. So if you're gonna let it go, you gotta let it for everybody. So I think she should be allowed to come back up. But let's just everybody just be a little bit more respectful of, I know y'all men, y'all like to get rah, but let's chill with the shut the fuck up. So because the point of it being here is to talk, but just everybody have an opportunity to have a chance to talk. That's all.
Look, take it.
I'm just saying, ladies like me, y'all make it too aggressive.
That's what I'm making it clear now. The bullshit's not going to happen.
The host is spoken. Yes, I am. I. We know this is my network or whatever, but the host has spoken. She said what she said. You know what I mean? We're gonna go from there, and then after JVJ's question, we're gonna go to Electro Jed, and then we're gonna go my man Raldo. You know what I mean? Go ahead, JVJ.
All right, Miss Polly, I saw that you had a little reaction. I don't know whether it was good or bad, but I made a statement about I think men, you know how they say women, they know love, and technically they kind of really say women are the arbiters of love. Like they got a monopoly on that. They know what love is. They show love the best. I think that it's actually men. So can you explain to me why you think it's women? Because I honestly think it's men.
I think the description of what men define love as, men are dedicated and men show love differently. And I think that's what it comes down to. Like, I feel loved if someone tells me not to do something, but it's in the content of I know that they're doing it for a particular reason. It's a different man can tell me, hey, don't wear that outside. I don't want you to wear that outside. And I'd be like, why? And the reason is because they think that if I go outside for some reason, I'm going to bust it wide open. Another man could say, hey, please not go outside like that. And I know that he's saying that's too provocative. You're going to have men drawing attention to you. Could be the wrong attention. That could be dangerous. So it really is about the person who's giving, the man who's giving that to you. Like, you know his intent. A lot of us don't really know men's intent for us, and we don't trust them enough. If I trust you in what you tell me, I'm going to move differently. So a woman who trusts a man should move differently because she knows that's intentional for him to make sure you're protected. All the things that we ask for, he's giving that to us in the way of saying, hey, can you not do that? Or, let's not spend too much money, blah, blah, because I'm thinking of the bigger picture. And women think of the moment that we're in, and not necessarily a bigger picture all the time. We're always in the moment of our feelings. We're all in that, this is now, feel everything right now, get that emotion. And then when we exchange those things, it's a beautiful thing because you giving me structure also will allow me, some sense of stability, and me giving you a lot of my quote unquote like excitement, fun, and all these things like that will also help you have, great things, inspire you, blah blah blah. So we are supposed to exchange those things to become one is great, one or more, whatever.
So do you think who loves more, men or women? I know you said a lot, but
I don't
can
think,
I get a man or
sorry.
woman?
No, yeah, you're right. I apologize, but I don't think it was one or the other. I think it's the relationship, the partnership.
Okay.
Like they're like guys, like you just said. I think the big part, like most guys are marrying to reproduce, right? Reproduce and have some kids and be with them.
That's besides the point. That's besides the point.
Okay. I mean,
just love,
so he's
just
not really
love.
loving with her. He just wants a particular thing. Same for women. They're not necessarily marrying a man because she loves him. It's because he's providing the resources that she needs.
I think you're proving my point. And I think
it's
that's
both sides.
No. I think that's why as men, if we've ever had conversations, and gentlemen, y'all that's watching, if you ever have a conversation about men or women and about who's better at doing something, it's either like we will never say the men are better. And I'm not knocking y'all ladies. I'm not knocking y'all. So please don't come at me for this. But it's never going to be that the men are better at this. At the bare minimum or the maximum, we're going to be on the same level, or women are better. In this situation,
men are better at a lot of things.
I'm just talking about with things that y'all give a fuck about. Just the things that y'all give a fuck about.
Well, I do like the things y'all do. Don't do that.
You like digging holes? You like digging holes? You like sports?
I like you said what I value. You said what you think we value. I value a man who dig a goddamn hole and he do it real good. I like to watch him glisten in the sun. Absolutely.
Listen to the words. Listen to the words you said, Miss Polly. You said you value a man that will dig a hole. Not you value digging a hole. You value a man that will dig a hole.
Wait,
we don't value the same thing.
She could dig the hole on her own.
I'm just putting it like this. I don't want to get y'all caught up in that because I already knew it. Look. I say that men love more because y'all said the topic of the show was about love. Men show love in multiple ways. Men show love in guidance about what you should and you shouldn't do. You said that a man don't want you to wear some provocative because he think you're gonna go out there and bust it wide open. No, he's saying that shit because he knows other men out there are gonna approach you.
Wait, JV, let me put this out there. I said some men. That's why I made a distinction.
Say something to her, Smitty.
I said 2 examples.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking with you.
No, I did say 2 examples because, like you said, not everybody has the same intent. Not every man is like that. I've met men who are very like, I know why they're saying it. Even though I don't want to do it, I know the intent.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's same for ladies too. Like, I don't want you to go spend money on the club because I definitely want that purse. It could be the same way, both ways.
Miss Polly, you mind if I ask you a question about that real quick?
Yes, dear.
Hold on. We got order. We gotta have order.
I didn't need to finish, and then I get the fuck on.
We go to Electro Jet, then we go to Ronald, then Dark Lake, and then after that, y'all can just go from there. Electro Jet, bro.
Damn, I ain't even finished.
Hold on, JVJ. We're gonna get back to you, bro.
Y'all trying to keep me on here. I know what y'all doing.
You like being on top. Be quiet.
That's what she said.
Whose turn is it right now?
It's yours, brother. It's yours.
First of all, people need to understand women think differently and use a different part of the brain than men do, just in general. This is not this. This is just a generalized statement. Women think more emotionally than men do. Does that mean women understand love more than men do? No. Men don't understand love more than women do either. We have our sides. We each have our own little picadillos that we look at and that we value. Where the magic happens is when you two get together and you actually communicate and figure out what each other likes, how it works best for the both. And a lot of people do not like putting the work in because it's too easy to just say, fuck this, move on, get another one. Instead of
where you been?
Instead of putting
Multiple relationships.
Instead of putting the fucking work in, it's just too easy to give up and move on. And it's easier for guys to get up and move on because that's what we're used to. That's how we were raised. Women aren't raised that way. Like
that's why I wish y'all would have let me finish because that's cap.
No. You been finished 7 times.
Jen, I agree with majority of his statement, but you said the part that I disagree with is when you said they love equally because men will do shit in spite of not getting nothing in return. Like women only do things for the person that they're with because of what them people can do. That's a difference in love. Like
that's
a man
not everybody.
That's majority, and I don't grade people on exceptions. Yes, hold on. You gonna get with a man that's broke?
I can't. I might be doing that.
Let me ask every lady on here. You gonna get with a man that's broke? That's for all the ladies. Any of y'all gonna get with a man that's broke? Say something right now.
Let's reverse that. Wait.
I ain't gonna get with a broke bitch.
Let him finish, JV. Let him finish.
I'm sorry.
Before you answer
let him finish, JV.
Are you gonna get with a woman that's busted? Are you gonna get with a woman that's flat ass, no chest, fucking saggy titties? Are you gonna do that?
It's a lot of people that. It's a lot of people that get with them.
Wow. That, sir, was quite an entrance.
Same shit.
Women do it all. Men do it all the time.
I've been trying.
JV, you gotta let him finish, baby. People want to hear what he got to say.
Men do it all the time. That men and women got certain blinders on. Once you remove the blinders, you might actually find the person or your soulmate out there if you take the fucking blinders off. Stop looking for that ultra hot chick. Stop looking for that extra rich dude. You might find happiness somewhere in the middle.
How is that possible when you said somebody got with somebody with no titties and no ass? Obviously, the blinders were clearly off.
I was using that as an example. You just used a flat, busted, broke dude. Would you get?
No, I didn't. I said would women get with a broke dude, and then you responded with how many dudes get with no busted bitches with no ass and no titties. And I agree with you. A lot of them do. That lets you know that men don't require shit from these hoes.
Oh, wait. But you just
because I said fuck boy earlier, and then none of y'all say nothing about it. So I know there's hoes out there too.
The men would say that, but
I call men fuck boys.
Y'all would be like, that ain't me. Don't say, don't. I'm the singular.
Hey, do you guys mind if I say something real quick?
Semantics. Let's have a real conversation.
Yeah,
radio didn't go. Yeah, let radio go.
We're going to Rondo.
No, I was just saying in general.
Rondo next, because he's sitting there patiently. Rondo, then Chocolate, I want you to get up ahead, and M3 definitely chime in, baby.
Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? First and foremost, man.
How you doing?
Happy
Rondo,
Wednesday.
what's good, bro?
Not much. I was hearing part of the conversation where you said, do guys love hard? Do they really care? Like, my friends used to tell me before I started investing more into self-love, they'll say, there's a level of love. And I do think men's love is all sacrificing in a sense of laying down their lives for their families. And what greater display of love that you willing to shed blood or possibly get killed for the sake of a family. A good man. We're not talking about boys, right? And then also too, the honor that sometimes isn't bestowed upon men. You could be warning a woman about something. Hey, watch out for this guy. Watch out for that type of action, you know. But she'll go out there and start thinking she got it all figured out. All right. And then catch herself up in a doozy. You know what I'm saying? So my thing of it is, I think we need to honor the gift between one another. You know what I'm saying? And make sure we keep that line of communication open. And then also be able to learn what happened to the exchange in the communication. Why is there such a blockade there? Why is there so much fuzziness there? What are the outside influences that are keeping our dialogue from happening, where the message isn't being conveyed in a way that it should be conveyed? You know what I'm saying? And I can't go off for no other person, but I just know the way that I love is very strong, in a sense, what I provide, right? Because I don't do just the physical type of shit. Yes, initially, that'll be the thing that attracts me to a woman. You know, what brother said, you don't want a flat chest, you want them built up a certain type of way, right? But outside of that, I'm looking at how that woman carries herself too. So that's the part that really appeals to me, her spiritual, her mental, and emotional standpoint of view. And I gotta say, sometimes women be flaking a little bit on that, man. Women be flaking a little bit on it, in a sense of what they present on top. They put the cherry, they put the icing, they put everything on some bullshit.
Yeah, we put stuff on top, and y'all lick it up.
And they have unresolved issues.
And that's why you don't never do nothing in a relationship long term.
You know?
I do a lot of stuff long term, so you just don't know.
So
I ain't talking about you personally. I'm just talking about in general.
I didn't say it. I'm just letting it put it out there. Listen, you know, I'm just.
Miss Polly talking kind of gangster. That's just kind of nice.
Love is. He's saying exactly what I'm saying. Love is what love does, and we all know that.
And love does love hard.
Hold on, everybody.
So we gonna. My bad. We're gonna Dark Lake because I just said he was after Rado. Dark Lake, then UM3, then after that y'all just kind of get in the mix, and I'm just sitting back here chilling.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you said I was next, Mr. Best in the World. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot the question I wanted to ask Miss Polly. But I like the way she's talking. She's talking with a whole bunch of confidence. That shit is nice. I just thought of a new question, and it's for Raldo and Electro.
You shot Dark Lake?
Am I doing what?
Are you shooting your shot?
Oh, is that what that was? I don't know.
Are you?
I mean, I make
No, I think I might be a little too dark for Miss Polly. You know.
No,
I like dark men. Don't do that.
But nah.
Oh shit.
I would say,
no.
Yeah,
but,
what's your question though?
Oh yeah, Raldo and Electro, right? Because I think that you guys provide like a fresh take to things.
Okay.
Yeah, right next to you. I think the both of you provide a fresh take to all this. So I had a question for you, and hopefully both of you can chime in. Raldo, you just talked about like you don't know what it is that could be stopping the communication between the sexes from happening, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you think a part of the problem is that, like maybe a solution to that problem is that there's some conversations that shouldn't be had between the sexes? Like this is a new age thing where essentially, and this is not a man thing or a woman thing. I'm not on either side. I'm just saying that in the past, right, it was a lot different than it is now in 2025. For instance, right, like I'll just use a trivial example, like locker room talk, right? In this society of this age, women are sort of involved in that when it comes to men, right? And men and women are having conversations that exist in the world of men or the world of women, and things didn't used to be like that, especially from like the 40s to the 70s. So that's what I'm asking. That's what I want the both of you to answer. Don't you think that the problem is that we're trying to communicate about everything that exists in the man's world with women and vice versa? And some things should just be that's for men and that's for women. That's what men have to do and talk about, and that's what women have to do and talk about.
You want to address it first, brother?
Rather, you can go first if you want. Okay. I got something to say, but if you got,
I got something to say.
I'll go first. But I do.
Wow. That, sir, was quite an entrance.
That brings on better respect is knowing the dynamics of what a woman go through. So say for instance, if a woman has a monthly and we know that she can be a little bit acting a certain way, which at our grown age, I think we should be able to manage certain things. But say for instance, she's still struggling in that area, right? And she got certain things that might have transpired in her life or whatever. She needs to communicate that. So I believe your lifelong partner is an open thing of transparency and being real, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing of it is, when you're not real and you conceal, then that's when you end up misdealing. You know what I'm saying? You got to play your cards right. I just go off of like one woman I talked to in the past and everything. I was like, yo, do you like so-and-so? Oh, no. No, I'm just there to counsel up. Yeah. Cutting off the phone and everything on me and everything. So it was like one of them big things, you know what I'm saying? And it was like through actually a person that had met me. She met the dude through me in a social arena, but then started developing feelings because she said she was counseling so-and-so. So, and then those two ended up getting together and forming a relationship, right? But if we were keeping it real, then be like, yes, I am having these emotions. Yes, I am having these feelings. So that way it won't be no type of beef. It'll be like, cool, you got my blessings because you related this to me. I came to you with a direct question. You gave me a direct answer. So now I'm able to honor it. But anything outside of that, I feel like I got snaked, I got betrayed. And it was other opportunities, ample amount of opportunities that I could have talked to other women, that I could have been actually happy, possibly. But I turned that down, right? Because I'm so dedicated. So that's when Brother Man said, can a man love and sacrifice be so great? Yes, it can. Because what I stand on is what I'm about. Meaning, I'm willing to die behind my words. I'm willing to get right with someone behind my words. Because when I stand on something, I stand on it full-fledged. So that's the reason why it's very good and essential to have a sense where things are being related. So if she would ask me, hey, do you have feelings of so-and-so? You haven't? Yes, babe, I having these thoughts, I having these emotions. Is it something that we can fix? Do you feel like this step is over for us? Keep it real, man. Don't be doing no shady shit, yo. When you do shady shit happen to you. Karma is a bitch. And depending on how you dress up, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up wearing that dress and you're gonna end up tangoing with it. So that's my reflection on it as far as when it comes to men and everything, and then men standing on integrity also as well, to have certain conversations and things of that nature versus doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? I like to be about that, you know what I'm saying? So that way there's always a respect level there. I respect it more. So even if she try to come back and occupy my space in some type of form of capacity, and she try to express wisdom, or I hear the other person trying to express wisdom, automatically I call into question the integrity and the character of individuals because certain things weren't honored. Because I'm a person that stands on business first and foremost. So that's all. That's the only thing I had to really say in regards to that. Man. Yes, man.
Man, thank you, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you. You fuck too kind.
Thank you for those are some good words, Raldo. Fucking kudos. Kudos to you. My thing is this. We're in a different age. We're in a different time and space and age where, yeah, you got to share that information. No, there is no boundaries. Oh, this needs to stay with the men and this. We're not in the 50s, 60s, and 70s anymore. this is a new day and age. Communication, we are in the age right now of the internet. Super fast information, communication out there. So you're gonna have to communicate everything. Because if you don't, what's gonna happen is gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Well, why didn't you tell me this? That's how come I lay everything out to my wife. My wife and I, we are 100% honest with each other. You know, I tell her, listen, if you see something you like out there, please comment on it. I'm not going to get mad or jealous that you think this guy looks good or that girl looks good. You could look all you want, just don't do no shopping. And I promise you the same thing. That's natural human behavior. Where do you show the love? You respect your partner. You respect the fact that you owe something to your partner. You owe that trust that she has in you and that you have in her. And don't do anything to disrupt that. Honesty and communication is the first thing that you should put up there. That's the first thing. You don't sacrifice that. And I'm old school. I'm one of those guys, my word is my bond. I will do everything it takes to keep my word. Because that's all I got in my life. No matter how much money I got, no matter what property I got, my word is my bond. That's it. That's how I was raised. And I give my wife my word. Never cheat on her. You know, I won't do her wrong. Never hit her. Never have. Never will. She'll never cheat on me. And we both support each other. I was in the hospital for about a month. That woman stayed at my bedside until I left. That's love. No question about it. That's love. She was in the hospital. I was there. That's love.
I'm not trying to say something, but there's some women who stay by your bedside to make sure like their certificate is signed too. They want to get that payment. They want to make sure their insurance.
This means so much.
No disrespect.
Maybe you are
I
dark
know
enough.
Mike loved you, baby. I'm just teasing. I just be saying silly stuff sometimes.
There was a lot of naivety. There was a lot of naivety.
I mean, there's a lot of women. Get on their knees every day to make sure they get a check. What's that mean?
Nobody's 100% honest. Nobody's 100% honest with the people that you're with, and you wouldn't want to do that because that would ruin the relationship. Let's be honest.
That's not
It's
true.
reality and not fantasy. Okay, here you want your husband to tell you that you looking fat every day. Your breath stink.
I
your hair ugly.
So, I mean, but hold on, Ruth. Are you asking or are you gonna rattle it all off first?
I'm asking. I'm asking.
I mean,
actually,
if he told me if I was gaining weight and he asked me, I'm secure enough in myself. That's not gonna insult me. I'm gonna want to know. Well, do you like it? What you think happening? It could be anything, and it's like y'all just jump to the negative. You make relationships like dry toast.
No, chocolate. Chocolate. I think this is. Wait.
In the truth, like if we ask if we look fat and if we're fat and if we put on weight, we want to know too. We're only human beings. Like if it's going on, like we're so.
That didn't make no sense. That didn't even make no sense. That didn't even make no sense. You know, hold on. Listen. If your husband told you that you. If your husband told you that you
come up with that, like, can you come up with anything that?
Listen. Just listen. If your husband,
I have been. My ears are bleeding. Go ahead.
If your husband told you that you looking fat, aka you gaining weight, you said your response would be to him, do you like it? He wouldn't have said nothing to you if he liked it.
No, some guys do it because they like it.
He wouldn't say that then. He wouldn't say that then.
In the relationship, that's good.
Wait, let's talk in chocolate. Wait, let's talk in chocolate. I think this is what Let's Talk is talking about. Wait, Electro, let me ask you something, right? Because I just gotta say before I'm gonna provide a caveat. I respect everything you said, right? I think that everything you said is a little every detail of what you said is a little unrealistic for the time we're living now in dating, but I still respect it because I wish that was how the world works, right? I wish everyone was like that. Here's what I think that Let's Talk is referring to. Let me ask you a question, Electro, right? Let's say you were falling on hard times, right? And whatever this life circumstance is, it is something that would affect the finances in your household for your wife as well, right?
Right.
Okay, would you try to fix it first before telling your wife what it is? Or would you just tell your wife what it is first and then try to fix it?
I tell my wife what it is and then I try to fix it because I'm going to let her know where majority of my time is going to go. If I have to fix something that's going on financially over here and I feel stressed that something might not happen or I might not be able to pay a bill, I don't want it. I don't want her getting hit from the south side. Like, what the hell happened? I thought everything was okay. No, I got to let her know everything's not okay.
Now, would it be fair? Okay, and that's great, and I understand that. Would it be fair to presume that most men wouldn't make that decision? They would go with option A to try to fix it first before they told their spouse about it, because a lot of women today would see that as weakness and want to just move on to a man who's not dealing with those problems, right? Because that's the feeling that a lot of men have, that if they are not on it, right? If something goes wrong, then they're seen as weak, right? So is it fair, right, for men to lie in that sense and try to adapt a solution to the problem before letting your spouse know? Is that fair? I'm not saying is it right. I'm not asking you if it's right. I'm asking you if it's fair for men to do that.
What I can say is I understand what you're describing. I do understand what you're describing, but here's the problem with that.
No. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Electro, because I really like you. I really like you, Electro, but I want you to answer me directly. Do you think it's fair?
Do I think it's fair? No, I think in this day and age, they need to grow up. Take accountability for what's going on.
The problem that we have.
Listen, you're talking to somebody I'm going to be 60 this year. I've been through all kinds of trials and tribulations. Trust me. I've been through it. You know, I'm brown and down, and that's about all I can say.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Okay, real quick.
Dang, Electro Jack.
Mr. Electro, encouraging people, right, to start looking for women based off the character and the personality rather than just like the physical features. I know I'm a little paraphrasing, like, you know, I'm interpreting like how you presented this, right? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to kind of like tap into your mindset real quick on that part. Because the only reason why, like, you know, I'm asking this particular question is because, you know, I hear that like a lot of times, like on these panels, I hear that's like sometimes personally, like, you know, when you're having conversations with certain folks, right? And I know a lot of people will say like, hey, like the personality does matter. Like tap into the internal attributes rather than the physical. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But I kind of disagree on that part slightly. The reason why I kind of disagree on that part slightly is because, like, for me, like, at some points, I try to actually, like, you know, take that advice and try to look for, like, their internal attributes, even though the physical wasn't really there. And what I realized is that, like, you know, without both of those attributes, I can't really give my full self into, like, a woman, right, that I would probably want to be with. And I think a lot of times people encourage people out of the good intent, but it still come out as wrong. Like, you gotta be like to a point where you greedy, like you want it all. So if I'm approaching a woman and I'm like, okay, like, you know, of course looks matter, like, first and foremost, always. But I gotta see, like, you know, is your internal attributes is just as attractive than your outward beauty. And I think it's important to, like, encouraging them, like, you know, hey man, like, don't sell for anything less. Just like women will encourage other women, right? Moms will encourage their daughters, don't sell for nothing less. Even dads as well too will tell their daughters, don't sell for anything less. but I don't hear like a lot of men or a lot of like mothers to men to their sons, right, encouraging young men to say, look, don't sell for anything less. It's always I'm hearing something about like, you should compromise or you should not worry about even people from church. You should not worry about the physical stuff. So I just want
you
to
can do both, M3, right?
No, yeah, of course. I will do both.
Hold on. Why when M3 talking, why are you sisters looking like that? Why are you looking like that? I see y'all face.
What? We didn't
I
do
see y'all
that.
face. Y'all need to stop.
I see his face too, and I see Smitty's face too, shaking his head.
I didn't even say nothing. And nothing's my fault either. Just for y'all to know.
Sorry, the dimple says it all too. Trucker.
It's always there. It's a defect. I'm sorry for my disability.
No, I'm an expressive person. I can't help it.
I don't hear too good. I just got headphones.
Here's the thing.
I just got on headphones, so I just kind of heard.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, man.
Wait, what did Smitty say? I'm sorry.
I'm just messing with folks. I was just saying, I was just, I got on headphones now, so I can actually hear,
Oh, that's important. That's number one thing important.
What?
Really important.
Like we can actually hear things now. So that was interesting, M3.
Oh my gosh, Fergus blaming people on
when you have the blinders on, all right, you're limiting yourself. Now, when I say, open your eyes to other things, how many times have people dated this really good-looking person, and after you learn what they're like and who they really are, that attractiveness automatically goes south. Yeah, they no longer look good to you anymore. Now, I lucked out because my wife happens to be a chubby chaser. I got lucky,
Hey, is that her back there? Is that her back there?
No.
Who's that?
That's my best friend back there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to say hi to her. That was her.
Hey, real quick. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. It's been wonderful. I'm gonna go ahead.
Much love here, brother.
I ain't want to be rude. Man. Salute. All right, everybody have a wonderful night. Respect to you all. I digress. My mic is muted. I'll be easy.
For sure.
He's an alien.
But I'm hearing what you're saying though, right? I know like the premise of your message is that look, if you get with a hot chick, you're gonna get burned out. But I'm gonna tell you this.
Wait, what?
I gotta. There's another part to this that you need to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I lucked out.
That, sir, was quite an entrance.
I lucked out because my wife ended up being a chubby chaser. I'm chubby. She thought I was good looking. Go fucking figure. But this was just around the time. At one point in time, I was about as bigoted and as racist as you could get. I couldn't stand white people. Ooh. Okay, every excuse I had in the world to get into a fight with a white person.
Oh my Lord!
I blamed them for all my problems, all my troubles, until one day,
praise God,
I got tired of it, and I sat down and evaluated myself. If I didn't do that, because I would never date a white girl. All I would do with them is just what you would do.
Why? Okay.
But because I got rid of all that hate, and hold on, sir. Let me finish. Let me land this thing. Because I got rid of all that hate. Come on, because I got rid of all that hate.
Really messing with you right now. I don't know why.
It's okay. I just want to understand this. Because I got rid of all that hate and disdain, I opened my eyes and I was able to see something in front of me that I would have never seen before. And now I'm 17 years with the same woman, happy.
I'm glad you stopped hating on people. No, you gonna tell me.
Hold on. I'm trying to listen to him. Is your wife white?
I'm speaking the same thing.
Yeah, no, she's white. But that's that's something I would have never.
Wow. That, sir, was quite an entrance.
I would have never done it because I would.
See, he found the love of his life. Don't do that to him. He found the love of his life.
Absolutely. Oh no, absolutely.
He found his person in what the package, as you guys were saying.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to look beyond what you guys offer physically, and think that you guys are smart and funny. That bitch joke that you keep telling. You know, you do those things because you care about them.
They trolling us hard tonight. I don't know what happened.
And you're supposed to love them through the sunglasses they wear in the house.
Okay,
Can't see they
Don't forget the hat that you wear in the house too.
Even with the crooked eye.
Yeah, that sleepy one. The one you gotta be like, well, cover it when you go to church. Listen, I know.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, but,
like that,
Mr. Electroid, right? I mean, you
like
know,
it's gotta be love.
Hold on, John. No, you good. I mean, thank you for sharing that. That's a beautiful love story. You know, even though love to me has conditions, everything, because we're conditional people.
Oh my God.
But I'm also going to say this though, right? Now, you know, Mr. Electroid, you're almost 60, as you said you were, right? Here's the thing, right? I hate to kind of break it down to you, but times has definitely changed. You know, like, and again, I believe like your wife probably have an amazing personality, right? Which that's why you guys mesh well and you guys belong together. But if we're talking about like women like from 2025, women of today, a lot of them don't really. I want to start moving you up. I'm hearing some more sounds now. A lot of them don't really have their personality. That even goes for the same for men as well too. We're in an era, right? That social media era, that everyone's easily distracted by some things. People use ADHD as an excuse, right, to not really like be respectful. And to be honest with you, it's because like we don't really, both parts, we don't really hold each other accountable.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't on mute. I'm sorry.
That's why I was asking you if it was fair because of what M3 was saying. That's why. Like, not that I didn't respect what you were saying, Electro, but because of what he's saying, I think it's valid. I was asking you, is it fair? And, you know, I think that was a valid question, maybe.
No, listen, first of all, don't think that I get offended by words on the internet. That's number one, I don't. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to get butthurt because you think differently than me. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes the world go round. If we all thought this would be a boring ass place. All right. Different.
So refreshing to hear you say that.
But I felt like I had to answer it how I felt or how I feel about it. And for me to share this with you, it's not a testimony to my love. That's not it. But when I give you these examples, it's only because it's possible where I didn't think it was possible. And if it can happen for me, and I made some sacrifices and I made some compromises, and I was able to communicate and sit there and listen for a change, you notice things open up. You notice more around you. The world is more open to you. That's only my experience.
Yeah. Into each his own. Like, there's always going to be possibilities, but then you also have to understand there's probabilities as well too, though. And the chances of actually meeting someone that can actually reciprocate is very, very slim. Like,
I don't think that's true, sir.
Hold on. I'm not finished. So, Mr. Electroid, right? Again, I know you're listening to things that what you have done, right? You know, to make sure that, you know, your relationship with your wife is in a proper place. If you could give an example, okay, I know you gave an example about your wife stood by you by your side, right? You know, when you were like in the hospital. What other examples, like, can you like also like kind of share like of the things that your wife has done that open up your eyes to help other people see like, hey, this is what it means for a woman to actually give. Because we always talk about like how men need to do this and how men need to do that, the boring stuff, but we don't often talk about like what's the things that women could actually bring. And I'm not gonna say the word bring to the table or whatever, right? Because that's kind of
Go ahead.
But seriously, but what
instigator?
what do you women have to offer though?
Dang right.
I just need to know, because right now, if you're a man, right, for like myself, right, and you have somewhat some kind of options, right, of people that's given that, you know, are not particularly, you know, black or whatever, what can you guys, and I'm not trying to make it as a race thing, but there's a lot of competition out there, you know. People will do whatever it takes, right, to, you know, try to get like the golden melanated man. So if I could ask you guys, like, okay, what do you guys have to offer, right, that you could help, like, you know, bring a guy's attention, that you could help a guy to see that, wow, okay, like, you are a woman that brings value and quality to my life. Because a lot of times, all I'm hearing, like, in these spaces of these women not bringing much value, but what can you prove in this intellectual space? What can you prove wrong to, like, the naysayers?
Baby, let's go.
Wait a minute, y'all just said y'all look at everything. Y'all attention span is so short. You can't even walk to the grocery store without looking at a woman. They don't got to bring shit but the ass and some titties. Y'all don't got to do nothing. Y'all got to do shit. Nothing. Y'all got to do shit. Y'all got to do shit for no attention. Y'all got to do nothing.
I ain't even got to leave the house.
You just got to be in the right place at the right time. Ain't nobody worried about that. You like it, you love it. You like it, I love it. That's what it is. Y'all don't need nothing.
We'll go to electric jet, and then we're gonna go to the coach. All right, coach got to get in there.
Golly.
Coach got him the sunglasses. He's shaking his background.
Coach, don't put your fingers up like that. You make me think dirty. You make me think nasty.
See, I'm tired of my questions not getting answered. Tonight is the night where we're gonna have these intellectual, heart-to-heart type of conversations, and you're gonna answer my goddamn questions, ladies, right?
That's right.
So we did answer it. Nothing. The answer was nothing. You don't got to bring nothing.
If you don't want to answer, then I'm
nothing. Chocolate said nothing too.
Oh, hold on.
Yo, you come to the devil's advocate tonight, heart, bro. What's going on, man? Shit, I don't like this idea, you, man.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, if you're truly looking for an answer as what a woman brings to the table, I don't speak for all women, right? In this area,
what do you have to offer? That's all. Compared to other women
Sir, I understand your question.
Okay, go ahead.
One, I would like to tell you that I'm thankful that I have never had to compete for any attention for a man to see me, want me, date me. And if my girl, I've always been this way. If you like it, I'm out. I don't do this. Let's say, for instance, me and Polly out. We see the 4 of y'all, 3 of y'all, 5 of y'all. We might both like the same guy. If she say something first, I'm good. And that's it. That's how it ends. There's nothing left. But and I know we try to play people off with anecdotal. However, the statistics that we read are based on anecdotal information being all put together to come up with a percentage of what human beings do. Yes, as a woman, Chocolate, what I bring is, you can talk to me, you can take me to the barbecue, you can take me to your uncle's house, you can also take me to see NASA. We can go bumper car riding. I like the water. Let's go try these yachts out, yo. I like going to do fun shit. Let's go eat some cotton candy. And that's it. So I'm in a place in my life. Hold on, sir. Because I think, even though we play it off, I'm not. I'm talking from me. Okay. So if you have questions, I'm all open. But the truth is that, just like in the question, love is a definition of each one of us. We have a universal idea of it. Mm-hmm. But when we say it to the person that we think we're going to be as vulnerable with as possible, it means something different than if I said, I love them shoes over here. Mm-hmm. Or I love my play cousin, right? Does it make the word? Hold on. It's about intent. And what your question is what I'm bringing to the table, self-awareness. I can talk about anything. I know I'm a person that if you don't talk through your movie, I'm not the girl for you. One, I'm not going to sit there and be quiet because it's hard to do. I tried it. It don't work for me. So I would want to date someone who is like, yeah, laugh, haha, rewind, we didn't see this part. Like that's me, but I'm willing to be honest with myself. I love myself enough to know now that those women that Polly was describing, I could have easily been one, easily, and I didn't want that. I want what I want, and I don't think that made men or women stop. Don't call my name like that. Men and women have a desire. What y'all talking about is outside. It is not internal. It is not like, is she kind? Is she caring? Do you like a sense of humor? Do you like somebody who can speak more than one language? Do you want to know if she has a passport? Does she like to travel? Like, y'all don't ask no questions. It's either you here or you there, and that's the end of it. We're not gonna jump in an easy box for you to check. We're complex, just like y'all complex, but you don't give yourselves grace to be complex, because that's not being a man. You're being a beta. I'm an alpha. I'm a man. I know all the men, and I know what men think and women think. And y'all put this out here as if we are some kind of dunces, like we have nothing to give you. I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you my love. I'm giving you my body. I'm giving you my ear. I'm giving you whatever you need from me so that I prove to you that I care and love you. If you have to find something material for you to decide if you want to be with me, I'm not that girl, right? So I'm willing to tell dudes this, and they don't like that. I have turned down men, and I don't say that with pride. Some of these men was the packages I liked, but I knew in here was wrong, and it was only gonna last. I was going to get disinterested. I was going to leave. This is a different prospect. This is a different way to look at it as women go when we see relationships. I don't have a problem leaving. If you don't want me, bye-bye. I don't beg, I'm not asking. I don't have to. Why should I? There ain't no running out of men, sir. Just like I said earlier, it's men everywhere. Brothers is traveling internationally. If I want to find me a black man, I could go into So
M3.
let's stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's stop. It's not a comparison. I don't compete with women for men. A lot of us don't, because we don't have to. Like, we really don't have to. Like, it's in all sincerity, and it is not a flex. You're not listening to us. You think we think that is some kind of flex. It's not. I get tired. I'll give you an example. I'm sorry, Miss Polly, and then I'm a land here. I came to stay with my sister. I know some of the people in the neighborhood, but I don't know everybody, right? I take my dog out. I go walk my dog, and I come back. I'm being followed by a whole grown ass man to my door. So thankfully, my brother is here as well. So he's big dude, whatever. Anyway, he's like, "Can I talk to you? Is that okay?" And you came out of the shadows, dude. You better be glad I did not use anything that I carry on me or sick my dog on you. There is not a time of day that you can't find a man willing and able. And it has nothing to do with a flex. But if I went through men like that, y'all would be like, "Oh, she ain't shit. She's just taking advantage of these dudes. She think because she pretty, she out here getting these men to simp for her." You have to be able to tell me that you know what's going on in my head. Why am I going through these dudes? You gonna give me that grace? Hell no. You gonna call me a hoe.
Oh Lord.
You gonna call me a gold digger. You gonna say I'm all about the money, I'm for the streets. These are the things that y'all say out here in M3. M3.
Fergie didn't get to go, guys. Let Fergie go.
Yes, Fergie, please. But I land there.
Okay, Chuck.
M3. After you finish, can I take a jab at it for you after you finish, or Miss Polly or whoever?
Say nothing.
I don't know who's next.
Fergie didn't say nothing.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, Chuck. The only reason why I ask like these questions, right? And technically, no disrespect, but you kind of gave like a long-winded answer, right?
That's because you didn't pay attention. No, because that's a backhanded compliment, and I don't appreciate it. Don't let me talk to you. If it's long-winded, you could have came up and interrupted me. Don't say that.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but the thing was like you
kind of don't be. I would rather you tell me than to do some backside door shit. I'm good. I'm good. You good?
I'm trying to be straightforward with you, right? So you was pretty much giving me a story, but without much substance to that, and that's why people like me.
How is that not substance? Me caring for you?
Okay, so look, I'm gonna say this, right?
So why did you even ask the question? You ain't heard shit I said.
No, I heard like a lot, but
it's okay. You don't have to.
You didn't really get that most people simply just wants to ask. So when men are asking women, look, not about what you bring in, but just what do you offer, right? And that's just a straightforward question. What do you offer?
No, it's not. It depends on who is in front of you. Some men bring certain things out of you. If you're talking about materialism, then just say that. Just say that.
So again, without me trying to interrupt, I heard a lot.
Oh my God, you didn't say it, and you didn't clarify.
And this is why we can't really probably articulate the questions that we need to say and really present ourselves of why we're saying these type of like questions, so we can fulfill those answers, because you guys keep interrupting us. When you interrupt us, then you guys are throwing us off, and then it just kind of degrades like the show. I'm being honest with you. That's all. I'm being straightforward. I'm not going to interrupt you while you're still talking, because to me that's disrespectful. But I'm still going to tell you the truth by the end of the day, that a lot of times when we ask women, right, and I'm not just saying like just black women, I'm just saying women in particular now these days, hey, what do you guys have to offer? A lot of times, you know, it's not important about
what are you talking about though, M3? Yes, I'm interrupting you, and I'm taking accountability for that. Can you please explain? No, hold on, please, sir, and then I will not need to interrupt you, because I'll be clear with your question. Are you talking about materialism? Because you haven't named a trait.
Nothing about no materialism.
But what do you mean offer, sir? You're not even giving an example.
Well, how can you
feeling, money, security? Like, why am I wrong for asking for context?
I think the wrong question. M3, I think the wrong question.
But there's a reason.
Go ahead, darling.
Okay, so I want to take a jab at this, because I think this is important. M3, right? I think your question was valid, right? The answer that Chocolate gave you, I thought has some validity in it as well. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sit here and be too intellectual or anything, but I'm just telling you what I'm noticing, right? Mm-hmm. In my opinion, the problem is metrics, right? So the reason why Chocolate is having a difficult time, like sort of, she answered your question, but not in the way that men think, is because of the metrics. So in society, there are clear metrics to what we need to offer. Clear metrics, and it's aggressively stated in society, right? We look for different things. Men look for things in women that women don't look for in men, and vice versa, right? So when you ask a question like, what do you guys have to offer? What we know we have to offer and the accountability that we have to offer, that's not going to translate well for a woman who's born in this society where they don't have the same metrics as us. I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. So pertaining to Chocolate's, and I don't know Chocolate personally, but pertaining to her being a woman in this society, right? She, and talking to her, she kind of puts a lot of weight on emotional accountability and emotional awareness, which is fine. So through her lens, that's gonna be an answer as to what one should offer. But to you and me, right, we're in this society, we're dealt with harsh realities of what to offer. And if we don't offer, you're the 40% that Let's Talk was talking about that doesn't procreate. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, and I know it's not a good feeling. That's one of the things that really kind of would piss me off in this. And I thought that women were doing it on purpose at first. Sort of like, it seems like now Chocolate wasn't doing this, but the feeling of it, M3, was, it was like she was redirecting the question or answer type of thing, where it felt like she was moving the goalpost, but she actually wasn't doing that. She was telling you what a woman could offer pertaining to her perspective, right? And her perspective is influenced by the metrics that society gives her.
Can I interject?
But you and I, we have different metrics that we got to live up to. So we're never going to get that equal sort of standard, right? So my this is how I thought of it, right? This is how I think of it. A woman is never going to know the turmoil I have to go through in life to have to offer. She knows what I need to offer, but she's not going to directly understand, unless I marry this woman and then she really gets to know me and then she can understand. But just in generally speaking, they're not going to understand what we have to go through, or not even physically, but the mental anxiety and stress that comes along with trying to measure up, right? So, and I'm going on a rant. I'll end it here, right? And I know Coach Ferg got his Coach Ferg got his hand on his head. I'll let him go, but the way that I interpret it that helps me is they're not going to know what they can offer. I'm just going to approach the one that just seemingly has to offer. Okay. You feel me? That's how I view it. You see me? So, yeah.
And Chocolate, I apologize the way how I interpret it.
Okay, everybody, hold on. We're going to Coach and Mr. Brian. I know you have a question for M3, but Mr. Brian, if you could just come up to the panel, that would actually help, because then, it could kind of make things flow. If you could come up, Mr. Brian, if you can. I know you may be watching Barnaby Jones, but if you could come up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Coach, go ahead, Coach.
I mean, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you. Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's a great question, Brother Brian. Here's the thing, though, right? How many of y'all, I'm going to ask y'all a couple of questions to all the guys. Mm-hmm. How many, even the women can answer, how many of y'all subscribe to Christianity? How many of y'all subscribe to the Bible? Right? So there is word in the Bible that you can apply to your life and look at it for the law of life, right? This my understanding, right? So there's a word in that Bible that says to find a wife is not an easy task. It's one of the most difficult tasks that a man takes on in his life. Go read that. It says it in that word. So she's not going to stand out. You're going to see a whole lot of fake jewelry, a whole lot of fake gold, a whole lot of fake diamonds, all that, right? But that wife ain't going to be out where you go all the time. She's not there. She's in a wife space. A wife are in different spaces than you go. And when you meet her, you have to be prepared to be a husband, meaning and this is where, troubles me sometimes, with the younger guys, man. Y'all moving y'all feelings too much when it comes to the world. Fuck your feelings. I give a fuck about your feelings. Go tell your mom about your feelings. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the 21, 25 dudes that ain't gone through the gauntlet.
No, you're talking to us too.
No, listen. Take your feelings to your mama, because she lied to you, and go talk to your daddy to find out what type of dude he is. Because some of y'all look just like that motherfucker. Excuse me for cussing me. Go talk to him and find out the other side of the story. And understand that every woman is not made to be the woman that you want her to be. You're gonna lose, and well, it ain't gonna say lose. I look at it like baseball. It's 10 of them to every one of us. If I get 4, I'm batting the Hall of Fame career. That's a 400 in baseball. That's a Hall of Fame career. Now, if you and this is what I be facetious sometimes. How many guys can accept they ugly? Can you accept your ugly about you? Whether it's your looks, your height, your hair, your head, your hands, your feet. Do you accept that? Do you love that about yourself? Or are you
That, sir, was quite an entrance.
Or do you appreciate everything about you regardless of what it is? And if you're a certain type of guy, move a certain type of way, a lot of women are intimidated by those type of guys. They didn't have their father telling them what type of guy to look for. They didn't have that guy saying, listen, protect your body. They got information from the women who may have been hurt by the father. This is where y'all at. This is where y'all at, guys. I'm telling you, it's not going to be an easy task to find a wife, right? And in your 30s, it's probably the strongest time in your life. So if you're having fun, just protect yourself. Don't make no babies out of wedlock. Don't catch no disease. Because they slinging that monkey around here today. Avoid the women. Yes, ladies, yes, because y'all are leading the race in that category. So protect yourself. Now this, fellas, if you are a certain type of guy, you know how it is when you buy a new car. Before you bought that new car, you hardly ever saw the car, right? And then when you buy, you start seeing it everywhere. Those are the type of women that you look for when you want to look for that new car. That's it. The big booty Judies, they gonna be around. They've been showing booties and titties since what, 93, 94? That's all y'all been seeing.
They get married too.
But what I'm saying is go for the woman that's moving in your mindset. And the only way that can happen is, and this is why I agree with Chocolate, take her ass outside somewhere. If she ain't willing to get that weave wet, that ain't your woman. If she ain't willing to sit down on the ground with you at the picnic, that ain't your woman. If she ain't willing to go in there and put her hand in some, I don't know what you make, make some dried up biscuits with her hands or something that's going to show you that she can be a woman of domestication, that ain't your woman. Don't be trying to fix it. And this is my last thing. Listen, if you meet a woman and she give you something, stop trying to make love to her ass. Go in there and put that shit down, then walk out like you the king and see how she follows you. Don't be trying to, oh, baby, no. This is a modern. No, listen. I'm not saying you better protect yourself, but what I'm saying is
that's not what I'm talking about. And you know,
listen, Chocolate. No, listen. Most women, if they like a guy, they will give up their body. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay, so when she gives it to you, you go in there like King Kong Bundy.
And if you
hold on, but if you're a certain type of guy, you move accordingly. And if she likes you and she wants to be sort of get to understand you, she'll follow you. She'll call you. She'll show up. She'll bring you some takeout. She'll try to make you old rubber ass steak. She'll try. But if you're a certain type of guy, you can also teach that type of level too. And understand it. When you get in your 30s, most women have already been through 2 or 3 bad relationships. So they say. But the dude that break their heart is the one they really hurt on.
So the man is virgin.
Hold on.
They ain't been through no relationships either.
Pause. Miss Polly has an announcement. So you know what I mean? So she's gonna say something, and maybe y'all not gonna like what she say, but it is what it is, and this that. Go ahead, Miss Polly.
Yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for Miss Polly to go on about Miss Polly's way. That's all I was gonna say. It ain't your fault for not this time. Not this time. You didn't do it this time. That it wasn't Ferg this time. No, I'm gonna take myself to rest and be great. But the conversation was good. But like I said, the last word would be that find the person you belong with. I think that's really the message here. Find who you belong with, who you really want to be with at the end of the day. And men who maybe are married or women who are married under the conditional love, just know, it's okay that you're under conditional love because that's what you chose. But don't be confused when the conditional love, maybe, you thought, oh, she liked me because I provide these resources. And then one day she goes out and she gives out the cat to the lawn man. And you confused on thought she loved you, but she really just loved your resources. So just be aware that could be true. And not that everybody does that, but just be aware that could be true. Don't get your feelings hurt. Just be, you know what it is, and then go on with your decision and whatever that may be. Maybe talk to Coach Ferg. He'll maybe walk you through that process. But at the end of the day, if your mission is conditional love, you know what that is. If you don't want conditional love and you want to look for someone who's going to provide you with a more well-rounded relationship, look for that and be blessed in your venture of finding that.
Okay. Hold on, before you leave, hold on. Everybody, hold on. Wait. Before you leave, Miss Polly, wait. We want to thank you guys for checking in Evaluation of Love, episode 12. We love you guys. You can hang out in the back if you want, but we are closing this out. All right? You know what I mean? With that, we love y'all. You know what I mean? Peace.
All right.
DJ.